Welcome to tonight's session of Topaz Fang, a tabletop RPG using the system Open Legend. With us tonight we have Queen, Justice, and me. I'm not going to worry about doing the intros because we already did that. And tonight we still have our three new characters to ditch you to, which would be Hera, Deadeye, and Noah, each done by their own respected characters.
Well.
And I'd rather do this than doing that 5-minute long intro, so we can start with our Noah as our GM of the world. And
you can record it or something.
I'm working on it, actually. I'm still working on it. Welcome to tonight's session of Topaz. Alright. Yes, everyone get on the table.
Working on it.
Monitor capture on. We are live. Justice, I see you changed your icon. I noticed he changed his icon again. Alright.
Alrighty.
That's right.
Nova,
You look familiar.
would you like to give us summary?
The new update.
I am just a stinky stuka.
Would you like to give us summary of the newest session? Nova?
Who, what, huh?
Is it my turn?
Yes, it's yours.
Hey, let's go ahead and get started. I think I see everyone on the table. I see 6 people, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so last time you guys were escorting a caravan, and the caravanner's name was Amun, and no, it wasn't. It
Amar?
was Arum.
A room.
Get
We
one
are
of
in
them.
a room.
And this dwarf, native of Kaikot, is the place that you were going, and you guys were helping him out by escorting him through the forest and the mountain pass towards Kaikot. However, on your way through the mountain pass, you were ambushed by several masked individuals. They didn't necessarily go out of their way to hide their identities, as none of you likely encountered them before. And they were a force to be reckoned with, able to blink in and out of view at a moment's notice. They bombarded the party as well as the caravan with fireballs and lightning bolts. Eventually, however, the vanguard proved triumphant as reinforcements arrived. 3 newcomers set to join the Topaz Paint appeared, and they were able to aid the existing party in driving off the rogue assailants. However, weary, you guys banded together and were able to get to Kaikot. There you parted ways with Arum, and he rewarded you handsomely. Since then, several days have passed. You have got a room at the tavern in town, and you have been spending your time meeting and greeting the populace in the marketplaces and shops of the city as you recover, regain your strength, and spend some of your newfound wealth. That gets us to the various activities you guys were about. For all of those who went shopping, you would have quickly found that Kaikot has just about everything you need. While its main dealings were in metals, arms, and natural resources such as those, some of you looking for more plant life and herbiculture were able to find that as well. However, at a hiked up price. Nothing that you can't afford, however, not something you want to splurge on by any means. Some of you were in the mood for more exotic wares. Baron has picked himself up a new weapon as an example.
So wait.
A what?
Yep.
It's a weight,
It's like a super dumbbell or something.
basically.
Yeah.
You know those
Or
big, you know
it
those, I'm
stops
thinking
time.
those ones with the balls at the end of it? And just like those big cartoon dumbbell weights that are like 50 pounds.
Oh god. It doubles as a weight, but what?
Should I drop the pic in chat
Go
or
ahead.
Yes.
Oh yes, please.
Let us see the way.
yeah, let's see if I can get that. I'll drop it in main chat.
So Roscoe has a new picture.
Oh yes.
Oh, that one.
Oh Jesus!
I thought, but I also had it on.
That is not a weight.
It
That
has-
is not a weight whatsoever.
It
To him,
doubles as an
that-
anchor.
So like a morning star?
It,
No.
It's both. It's both.
It's just.
It's got balls on both ends, doesn't it?
No.
No.
It's just a ball and chain.
It's
I-
like a
I
giant
squatted.
weight.
That's exactly what it's
lifted it.
called then. It's a ball and chain. Just a
Yeah.
giant metal ball and chain.
You can't weightlift with that. You're gonna stab
So,
yourself.
no, it's a wrecking ball. He's got a fucking wrecking ball. That's what it is.
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, the image does not quite do it justice, as I've been informed. The ball and chain are bigger and thicker than that.
Oh, jeez.
Somehow.
And looking at Baron, you are not surprised,
Mm-mm.
as the image showcases a medium-sized character. Baron is obviously large, coming in close to 10 feet tall almost. So his ball and chain are considerably larger and would likely crush the average man.
He can afford to carry bigger balls.
He can. He can definitely afford to carry bigger balls. And you guys have noted this as you guys have seen each other over the course of the last handful of days.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to Baron's excursions, some of the others have been profitable in their scourings as well. Metreon, you were able to find the particular greens, pipe, and metals you were looking for.
Oh, thank goodness. And yep, that's pretty much what he's doing every evening.
So
Smoking weed.
the way I saw it was you likely needed to have a chat with the dearly departed every evening for extended periods of time. Is that true?
Yes, ideally that's a large part of what he does, because he's actually kind of inept at his craft. He has to rely on, I guess, extremely basic necromancy to try and get second opinions on his foretellings. So these
Second
So-
opinions.
yeah, he speaks with the spirits of the departed. Hey, like, you're not bound by space time so much. Help me out here.
I would like to call in a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
the thing is, I kind of can't talk with them, with my copies from other dimensions.
So anyway, you guys coming
It's like
back.
literally the one thing they can't do.
You guys coming back to the tavern during the evening would sometimes go upstairs, and in returning to your rooms, you would occasionally be hit by a very strong smell. The hallway would feel smoky and thick, and if you followed it to its source, you would notice Metreon's door was leaking smoke quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Jesus Christ,
Like,
man.
You get a little tipsy just walking near it. So
Jesus Christ.
I don't
Like-
have a problem.
you might occasionally see your dearly departed loved ones every once in a while. Maybe they're there, maybe they're not. It's hard to say.
Like, I would see the parents I don't know.
Alright. After Metreon, Alex, you went in search of a particular set of armor, or were you hoping to have it crafted for you?
I think I would like myself a crafted armor.
You would like it custom crafted?
Yeah.
Alright. You told me it would be a wealth level 3, correct?
Yep.
Alright. So, Alex, it took her a while to find the right sort of smith she was looking for. However, she did indeed find the skilled craftsman, and after a bit of bargaining, she was able to place an order. It would take a while, and the man insisted on the money up front. So for the next 2 weeks, Alex's wealth level is going to be 2. more or less.
That's not how it works.
It's pretty much you can't buy anything at Wolf level 3 anymore.
Oh
at least
yeah,
for
yeah.
2 weeks. So for 2
Yeah,
weeks,
that's
it's more or less
different.
level 2.
That's very different from what you just said. Anyway,
Let's see here. So right now it's being created for you, and it'll likely be good for pickup in a few days.
run a smithing animation.
Yep. Clank, clank, smash, smash. Craft saw. Roscoe, you were looking for metal things, and you were accompanying Metreon for some of that.
Yeah,
You did indeed find metal things. Anything in particular?
looking for some metal things, trying to see if there's a way to make, you know, I like having a costume, but at the same time, this is maybe a little more dangerous than I initially thought. So, Alex's idea of getting some better armor sounded like a good idea, and Roscoe's thinking about just being practical enough to do that. So, you're an echo.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're looking for some already completed armor?
So I'm basically looking for something that could be a little more discreet padding, like reinforced plates. And kind of what I have in mind is there are some mascots, like, outside of the game, there are some professional mascots where, say, they have a reinforced head, for example. It's all plexiglass, so they can do a headstand. And things like that. That's some of the inspiration for the kinds of
Did you
costumes
pass-
Roscoe did.
Did you pass in front of Metreon's room?
Hey, give me a few minutes. I can give you tips on what's the good stuff. You don't want the weak metals. You need the good stuff.
You even sound high.
That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good.
Give me a moment. Okay, I'm fine now.
One of my neighbors.
I'm losing it.
So Roscoe's trying to think of a way to have something that, from the outside, doesn't necessarily look like, medium style armor, something heavier armor, but has some of that functionality.
Oh, that's pretty much what I brought, or what I went searching for.
All right. So what you're looking for is pretty much your clothes, only they're metal reinforced.
Yeah.
That is something any number of the smiths would be capable of. Some are obviously more, I guess, crafty would be the word for it, but it can be done and it's not too hard. So what they would do is they would create special pockets where they'd sew in metal plates into your garb.
Yeah.
And the metal plates would not have a means of escaping, as they'd just sew them in entirely.
Mhm.
But they would reinforce the fabric enough that it would be able to withstand the added weight of the metal plates. And so, therefore, you would have a similar looking outfit, but it would be heavier and obviously more defensive. It would be of a lighter nature, obviously, because it's not true blue medium heavy armor. It is a reinforced light fabric. And if you want to look at the Open Legend website for the wealth table, like the armors, you can go ahead and
All right.
let me
Because
see if any of those look about what you're hoping for.
yeah, I think the kind of lighter padded armor is what I assumed he was already wearing. So I think the best way to move the story forward is to say that Roscoe looked around and he realizes, I may have to make some sacrifices between, form and function, but he couldn't fully make a decision. And, maybe being around Metrion's room a little too much, started thinking, I might want to set off, like, some fireworks to try and cover up the smell. Maybe entertain some kids with some fireworks nearby. So, Roscoe didn't do a whole lot productive.
So are you passing on the armor?
So then the World Level 3 armor, that is the one that I got, is kind of what you want, like in between
It's-
light armor and it doesn't require too much fortitude.
Yeah, I think in gameplay term, I'd probably go in that direction, but I think I'm still not 100% sure if Roscoe would reach that decision as quickly. So,
I see. Okay.
creating a little separation between Noah as the player and Roscoe as the character here.
Okay.
All right.
So,
Well, you can definitely hold on to that thought.
yeah,
Maybe right now you're just pricing the market,
Yeah. I think Roscoe's pricing things, and can't have his cake and eat it too. So he's just gonna look sad and walk away, and have neither.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah. All right. Well, just to let you know, if you do want it, it would be a Wolf Level 3 item, and it has an example in the Open Legend sheet. So, all right, we'll keep an eye on that. Keep that in the back of our heads as you guys are here. After Roscoe, Claire, you were fixing up Kerclocken. In addition, you were wanting a voice box, among other things. You have pretty much set up workshop in one of the suites within the tavern, as you were able to get yourself a big enough room that could double as a workshop for yourself. Has a bit of a sitting area, big enough to allow Kerclocken to lie there like a broken doll as you work on him and give him his upgrades. You have been able to sweet talk little messenger boys into providing you with various gears and widgets and foods, so you rarely have to leave the room unless you want to. And you have pretty much focused your efforts into making Kerclocken the best Kerclocken he can be.
And the lightning fist.
All right, so now Kerclocken has a very simple vocabulary. He's about as smart as an animal, but he is still loyal to his master. And he has the lightning fist.
Yay!
All right. And I believe you have the appropriate feats and stuff to do all that, right?
Mhm.
Yep. Gwen, you are going to kick off the start of our session for realsies.
Yay. Yeah, because I
Was
have...
that the dinosaur? Yee.
Shush. Alright. Yes, because my plan was
Alright.
to go visit the road network. Check in. And gather
This
information.
is... Are you the dark one? I think you're the dark one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's me.
the green.
So Guinevere has spent the past few days kind of exploring Kaikot. Its
Yeah.
many alleyways, streetways, buildings, and passages leading in and over and under the city. And you have, through your rogue network affiliations, discerned the various symbols and signs that gradually led you to where you needed to go. You have since located the hideout, which doubles as a tavern, very common. Not the tavern you're staying in, however. And this particular one is a bit out of the way. In fact, in order to get to it, you have to enter a shop and leave out the back entrance of the shop. The entrance to this particular tavern is a dark alleyway that is not open to the main street. So it is not the easiest to come by normal means. And now that you're here, there is very little of a pleasant eye turned towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Despite your pleasant appearance, you do not see friends so much as suspicious individuals. Dwarves, elves, even men, garbed in cloaks and ratty attire. They do not seem to be the most wealthy or the most capable, but something about their eyes tips them off to perhaps being something of your ilk.
Hmm.
Now, before I go any further, were you hoping anyone else would accompany you on this particular adventure? And would anyone notice Gwen and perhaps wish to follow regardless?
She would have actually tried to sneak away, so it'd be up to anyone else if they would want to keep an eye on her or not.
So would anyone like to try to follow the stealth?
What time of day would this have been?
It would have. It would have probably been like midday when she left.
Midday.
Midday is a very busy time as everyone is out for lunch and the marketplace is filled with people buying food and selling their wares. The streets are fairly occupied as many of the workers that work outside of the city as well as down below coming up for some food and some break.
My point's exactly. For that reason, it's hard to find her. Because you can blend into a crowd.
So she's not going out of her way to be invisible, turning into animals just yet, but anyone wishing to follow her would have to have that specifically in mind to even have a chance.
Yeah, I think I after considering it for a while, I think I'll pass.
No one wants.
I don't think it's right to just go behind someone's back just because. And,
All right.
and they could be going anywhere in the city, so.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
Yeah.
grabbing lunch.
Metreon has the observant perk, so like it would make sense for him to notice she's gone, but he doesn't know any of these people well enough to really be interested in what they're doing. So, nah.
And you're high.
Yeah, the only person who
No,
actually
not
knows.
this time of the day.
who-
Not at this time of the day.
Only the only person who would probably know where she's going would be Claire.
And
That's-
she used to hold up in her workshop.
Yep.
Metreon, your background would give you some idea.
Okay. I guess perhaps he would approach, wanting to make a good impression. Excuse me, Miss.
Guinevere.
Miss Gwen, are you sure you want to go alone? It seems that what you're looking to do might be a bit unsavory.
I mean, you're welcome to follow if you like. I'm not going to a respectable part of town if you want to join me.
I'm assuming you guys are staying to the side, not necessarily in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Actually, one moment, please. Let me reconnect headphones because I'm barely able to hear you.
It's okay, it's how my mic works for Discord. Because it's
I'm
bullshit!
assuming everyone else is off doing stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta crank that up.
Baron's just squatting somewhere in the room.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, then what was the response?
I said, you're welcome to follow me if you wish. We're not going to a very respectable part of town.
You know, maybe we'll hear about something of interest. I'll join you.
Alright,
Maybe.
I'm
Yes.
just doing some research on those bandits that we fought, if anything. And then I would head off.
Metreon's face kind of pales a little bit at the mention of the bandits and how they ran circles around us so much.
Like I said, she's not too happy that she got knocked down by these bandits. So, yeah, she's gonna go find out more about them.
Yes, this seems valuable. I'll join you. Yes. Yeah. And he just keeps kind of going on like that to himself under his breath for a while.
Are you sure
Trying
you're
to-
not still high?
I'm not high, I'm merely concerned.
Relax.
Damn it, it's a spiritual
Yeah.
ritual for crying out loud.
She kind of gives him an eye and goes, "Sure, okay."
Mm-hmm.
He throws his hands in the air, keeps muttering to himself.
Yeah.
So now that the party has become 2,
Mhm.
does anyone else get a little curious?
Yeah,
Bam.
if she
Curious.
will actually, if she will actually say that, my character will be very curious as well.
Baron
So
will
Baron-
walk on over with his
I would like
heavy-ass
to
ball.
accompany. I would like to accompany you if you don't mind.
Who?
Maybe I'll just stay in the edge of things. Alex.
Are we just all gonna go?
I mean, I have a kind of history with criminals.
Oh, wait a second. I dragged the wrong character.
Yeah.
My bad.
That one.
Baron is just
Oh my-
curious. Where are you guys going?
Don't worry about it, Baron. Don't worry about it, okay? You just go there and do your squats and weightlift and things like that, okay?
Secrecy is not exactly Baron's forte.
What do you mean? Don't worry about it. You're my friend. Of course I'll be worried.
I'm just
Nothing
gonna go
going on.
do some research on those bandits we fought. We'll be fine, okay? Go do your workouts.
Research. I once did research. I looked at the most optimal ways to gain muscle mass.
Flexes.
This is gonna be
I
very
believe it
boring
shows
research.
truth.
This is gonna be very boring research, constantly looking at books in the library, things like that.
Do they have pictures?
No.
What a shame. What a shame. Very well. I shall leave this task to you. I shall be busy training with. Ah!
Yeah, that's why. That's the exact reason I don't want Baron coming with us. He will draw too much
I might ask
attention.
him. I think
Despite
we're talking
the-
about the workouts later, though. I could use a bit of extra muscle mass.
Yeah.
Oh, could you
This-
teach me perhaps to do flips? I feel I'm not agile enough.
Of course I can.
Alright.
Flexibility and core muscles is
So
key.
we're going to do research and then workout. That's what's going on with this.
Baron,
Seems like a fine schedule to me.
Yeah, it does actually.
Baron, despite your not even trying, your ball and chain clink away loudly as you walk. There is no eye that is not on you as you move through the crowd. All right.
So wait, who's going with who?
It's me,
Looks like these
Alex, and Metreon,
Yeah.
and you guys all go and do your workout session.
Yay!
Okay.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
And for Baron, it's thighs, muscles, 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 muscles.
Thighs.
Got the thighs in there. Yeah, you gotta get those in.
Never skip like
Skip
that.
leg day. Hey!
Quads and calves. Don't forget your glutes. Those are important too.
See, this is why the Vanguard's on the bottom, guys. That's why.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, but now we're gonna
Oh.
we got proper training.
Yeah.
Muscles
Okay.
right there.
Let's see it. We're gonna go ahead and move these 3 over a little bit just to get away from that, as it doesn't stop. The party just keeps going over at the tavern. Meanwhile, you 3 slink away, and you see what I described earlier: a dimly lit alleyway, completely blocked off from the main streets, as well as suspicious individuals lurking about. But truth be told, you 3 look rather suspicious yourselves.
I would
you-
like to blend in as much as I could.
There are not many people here, so it would be very difficult. You were raised on the streets, or at least spent some.
If anything,
Normally,
I might. If anything, I might do some eavesdropping.
yeah, there are not enough people for you to blend in at this point. Perhaps
Okay.
once you get inside the tavern, but out on the street in front of the tavern, there's simply not enough people. Your group is as apparent as a sore thumb. So, Would you like to go in?
Right.
Yes.
Well, this won't be the first poor mistake decision I made. At least I'll be doing it with company.
That's the spirit, misery, and all that. All right, you guys go on in, assuming no one objects.
Mm-hmm.
Inside, you find a very familiar setting. Let me go ahead and drop an image.
Is it gonna be the same image as we used for the last session 2?
Yeah, they must have had the same carpenter.
Yeah, I love those carpenters.
Indeed, prolific business.
And I imagine these guys haven't quite seen that room yet either, so it'll
Nope.
make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make. Yeah, he's the only person who knows is me and Claire.
Mhm.
We will see the room now.
Yeah, the rogue's nest.
Oh, this one.
Or did I just get...
Oh,
Did I drop
someone-
it on the table, or did I mess it up?
You just popped it
Someone
up as an objective.
I somehow flew off the thing, but I'm back. Okay.
This will work. Let's just use it as a pop-up, because that's what it is.
Okay.
Not that one. Because, I mean, there's nothing really for you guys to move around on the map anyway.
True.
So just making sure you all see that.
Yeah.
It's a dimly lit place, stonework and all, and it's typical tavern fare, food all around. However, the patrons of this place, they seem considerably more gloomy than the men outside, and the men outside weren't exactly welcoming. This place is filled with what you presume to be ne'er-do-wells. So you walk in. There is a grizzled man running the bar, and a handful of women working as servers. The women do not strike you as the pleasant, bubbly, buxom lasses of other taverns. These women are clearly more, lean in build, and they have sharp eyes just like their customers. No one's getting handsy. No one's getting riled up. Nothing's being overly ruckus, despite the place being relatively full for a lunch, even though the way in does not seem apparent. So all in all, the place gives you an odd vibe, but it's to be expected for Guinevere, as she's been to a place like this before.
Yeah.
Seen such a place before, and you've perhaps visited it. In fact, some of your jobs in the past may have come from a place very similar to this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So could I find the secret passage into the main actual area, or is just this is the area?
Gwen, you know from experience that one does not merely walk up to the secret passage.
Yeah.
You give the appropriate gesture and word to the barman. The barman then intercedes on your behalf. The servers can do it as well, and I'm assuming you do those things.
Yes.
So now those that need to know are aware you are there, and you will be fetched when it's your time.
Okay.
So right now, all you need to do is take a seat.
Yep. I take a seat at if there's any empty tables with me and the other 3.
Not exactly empty, but there are tables there, and you can probably pick a side that's not currently occupied, as some are long tables.
I'll do that.
Metreon leans over to Gwen. Excuse me, I feel like we should have coordinated this beforehand, but what exactly are we doing here?
Dying.
Very, very painfully.
What the? So I'm guessing someone got pissed off at someone, just stabbed someone right then and there at the
Then
road.
they went pterodactyl on it.
Is someone boiling tea or something?
I just don't know what happened. I was just like, that just happened. You were talking about, and then poof! I'm like,
Are you there, Harold?
not that.
I am. Wait, did you hear like a screeching from my end?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I'm sorry. I'm in the room in my house that's unoccupied right now, and there are some large birds in here.
Large bird.
Birds.
How large? Dinosaur large? Jesus.
I
No,
think
they
he's
are.
covering up a murder.
That is a Umbrella cockatoo you're hearing. I'm sorry, last week it was blowing nose and this week it's parrots. I just keep bringing fascinating audio samples to us all.
Hey, it's okay.
You should record that sound so the mama can use it.
Oh,
It's like
we got a big
Putting
monster. I know exactly what to use.
when
What?
record that sound and use it as the music when you're not streaming.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no! That's just awful, man. That's just awful. No, I won't do that. Anyways, let's focus. Let's refocus.
So
Okay.
what are we doing here? Exactly. What are you looking for? Any
I'm
ways
just
to be of assistance?
making connections to the people I know here, basically, and as well as finding out about those bandits, as well as the spirits that we saw earlier.
Wait, you saw spirits?
Mm-hmm.
Why wasn't I told this?
Well, you were busy fighting bandits.
That is understandable.
Do you
Never
remember
mind.
did you on your way here, did you see a giant pillar blocking the road?
Pillar.
Yes, actually.
Well,
So I
You
think it was-
did. You definitely did.
yeah.
Everyone did.
Anyone who walked down that road now would see a giant pillow. Just looks like it wasn't sat there or something. It looks like it was placed there on purpose. That's exactly.
But would I did listen to the bit of that session where you all encountered the spirits. Would Metreon, Alex, and Noah have had a similar, or sorry, Roscoe have had a similar spook in the night, or would they have not, or would that not have happened?
You would have. You would have definitely encountered those similar phantoms.
Oh, then yeah, I'm super interested in this as well.
Yes, I wanted to know more about them, especially about those ruins there. I'm curious about going back there, if anything. Seeing if I can at least calm them.
Excellent. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I could perhaps use bolster on you for this next encounter.
Don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, like social stuff, give you a bonus to persuasion or bluff or whatever you need.
Like I said, I got a plan. Don't worry about it.
Oh, alrighty then.
Actually, no, wait. Do it anyways, but don't like try to succeed. If it fails,
Try to succeed.
don't try.
Metreon just like takes out the tiny little bell that he keeps around his neck and gives it a single ring. Going to bolster your deception.
Alright,
Goes.
As you
that works.
And
So, I'm assuming that fails, but you let me know otherwise.
yeah, that's gonna fail. Gosh dang it! I tried to use my powers twice, and twice they have failed me.
I'm
Why
like-
have you forsaken me, O spirits?
So I'm just like looking at you like, why are you ringing bells?
Yeah.
It will make
Even the bird is making fun of you.
So, when you start ringing your bells and trying to do your enchantments, as subtle as it is, you do draw the attention of a handful of people nearby. And while everyone's head is turned, 2 rats sneak up on the table and steal a man's cheese.
Actual rats.
One of the rats has a bandana and an eye patch. Do not question this.
I'm not questioning this. Actually, I'm just like, wait, nature's ally, one of my feet. Could I tell if that's a druid?
You do indeed think that's not an ordinary rat.
Okay, I'm just like, cause nature's ally allows me, specifically says that.
So anticlimactic.
I can tell if there's a druid or anything else about nature. So, let's see. You can typically gain audience with an elusive druid or shaman in a given region who shares a goal in defending nature.
You do know that there are druids in this city,
Mhm.
as all cities require a certain level of druid activity
Yep.
to maintain itself.
But would I be able to tell that was one?
Because otherwise
That
blow
particular
us
one
off.
is not a druid.
Oh, just be a pet mouse. I'm not gonna question it.
Yeah.
dude, you're
Alright.
questioning this.
I just want to make sure.
Anything else
Question
you guys
intensifies.
Yeah, questioning intensifies. As you guys are chatting, one of the serving women walks by. You almost don't hear her coming if you have your back to her. She is very quiet. And she just asks you with a very expectant and condescending look, "You want anything?"
Maybe just a few rounds of drink from me and my friends. That's it.
A few rounds.
Well, just one at least.
One, please.
Let me see your ID real quick.
She does not seem to care.
Nope. I don't think she cares.
All right. She walks away to fetch drinks for the table.
By the way, are we sit in stools or actual chairs?
More like benches,
Yeah.
as this is a long table.
Okay.
You are likely all sitting on some sort of bench.
Okay. Thank you.
Mind you, if you remember Guinevere's dress, she does not wearing much underneath.
Well, don't get too drunk then.
Why are
No.
we even bringing that up again?
Dancing on
Must be the
tables.
drinks.
I know, I'm just saying. For those who are sitting next to her.
All right. You guys are eventually brought your drinks. Is there anything you wish to do before? Please mute your mic, please.
Don't breathe heavily into the microphone.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was just, performing a basic function of my body.
True. But be like
True,
the
my
guy.
mind.
Be like chocolate milk. Be like chocolate milk. Turn your head away from the microphone.
Bring it back, guys. Bring it back.
Sorry.
All right. So we're about ready to move on to the next thing. Is there anything else you'd like to do or prepare before you meet who you're gonna run into?
No, I'm pretty good. Any of you guys want to do anything?
Stop breathing.
Yes. Please mute when you're not speaking.
Oh, put yourself on push to talk. That always helps.
Yes, please.
Is it really that loud?
Yes.
It is. And I know that you might be. I'm gonna thunder smite somebody here real quick. All right.
You got me so hard right there.
Baron. Yes, you're pretty, Baron, but you're not physically there.
I
So,
just thought I'd point that out.
oh, okay.
This is falling apart. Can we
Yes,
do
I.
stuff?
Let's
Let's get back. Let's get back. Just could we please? Just a little bit. Back to what we were
Okay.
doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Just random quiet noises in the tavern.
Eventually, an individual looks at you, Gwen. You see them across the room. You make eye contact. This guy right here. He then nods his head further into the tavern and walks that way.
All right. I tap you guys on your legs and get up and walk towards him.
Yep, that is the cue. It is time. Let's go ahead and use the barracks. That's a good place. All right. As you guys move into the back room, there is one particular room. It looks like one with a bed and a side table, one that someone might rent out for sleeping or staying the night. And then he shuts the door behind you. All four of you are in this room. It's a little crowded, but not uncomfortable. He does not say a word. He then moves a book on one of the bookshelves. This bookshelf is very much fake. After you see him fiddle with it, you realize not a single one of those books is real, as much as just to look that way. The wall and the bookshelf itself spins in as if on a very greased hinge, and you see down into a stony stairway lit by torchlight. However, the torchlight is at the near bottom, so as not to allow any light to seep through the bookshelf when it's closed.
Oh, yes.
You guys are allowed to go down it. Unless anyone wishes to stay behind. Hey. Let's see here.
Kara's
You're-
AFK.
Yeah, you're there over
Oh,
there.
he's back.
I'm back.
All right. So we're going to be over here for the moment.
Roger
And
that.
you guys come in over here, assuming you go down into this dungeony looking place.
So before going down, I will ask Gwen. So, are you completely sure it is okay to go with you right now?
I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean,
Very well.
I have looked at you all already. I can tell you guys belong here, don't you not? Hera,
Mostly.
Metron being a bit different, but yeah.
Very well. Just making sure.
The vote of confidence is appreciated.
You guys go down. As you do, the bookshelf seals shut behind you, showing a seamless looking wall. You'll likely have to knock for that individual on the other side to let you out. Or have someone on this side show you how the mechanism works, as is not apparent. At the bottom of the stairs, you come into a large room, very similar to the tavern you just left. There's tables, there's food cooking, and wine and kegs in the back. However, it's a bit more opulent. The tables are polished and glazed. The counters are well wiped. There's actual dishes of silver. And there, amongst all these individuals who look about as dangerous as the rogues you faced in the path, you see another individual sitting in a very plush chair. See it.
What?
Looks about like that.
Oh, shoot.
Fancy.
He's not that big, obviously. He is sitting in a very nice chair. And you are welcome down here to the sound of him playing.
I'll go up to him, but give him respectful space. But I'll wait until he's done playing. Just be like, wait patiently.
Where's his
Yep.
picture?
Ooh.
Oh, there he is.
I'm gonna
There.
do a perception check just to look around the room and see what people's reactions are, if there's anything shady, like is this an ambush or some stuff like that.
Yep, go ahead and give me a perception.
Bad perception.
Pretty good. Looking around, everyone has noticed you. There's not a single person in the room that's not noticed you. Even those looking to be doing other things have noticed you. You can tell just the way they move, the way they stiffen, the way they look, the way they don't look. They are all very skilled individuals, very much belonging here in this place. And you feel that each and every one of them is likely very skilled in what they're about. You remember seeing such individuals on previous jobs
Yes.
that you have perhaps undertaken, Metreon.
Gotcha. I guess gonna elbow.
Whoa.
Why is Alex multiplying?
Don't
Going
know.
to elbow Alex and say, or because I imagine Gwen's in front.
Yep.
Alex and I are kind of flanking her to either side. So gonna nudge Alex and kind of point around the room. I'm guessing this needs no saying for one of your skills, but keep an eye out.
And it's not just a coincidence. Those guys do indeed look an awful lot like the sort of men that ambushed the canyon pass.
Do I recognize any of the ones one of them that tried to kill me?
None of them seem like any of the individuals that you fought. But they likely all went to the same hairdresser.
It's a good thing Baron is not here. There's a specific reason why I didn't want you there.
Now, more about the man that you see sitting before you. He is indeed a man, though he is very attractive looking. He has dark skin, and he is likely of some dark elf heritage. He seems just as skilled as the rest, though he's not as obvious or showy about it. Or I should say, perhaps he's even more showy about it, because as carefree and dainty as he appears while playing his flute for everyone, he is no less aware and observant of you as you walk in. You would notice this, Metreon. So of all the men in the room, that man in particular strikes you as a bit off, and perhaps someone to be wary of.
He's more than to meet the eye. He's more than meets the eye.
As a transformer, you would know this.
Yes.
Okay. Since Gwyn approaches, he will eventually cut off his song. Hello, my name is Hatch. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure to make yours.
He would offer to take your hand in one of those formal wrist-kissing gestures.
And I would comply, and with my triskel on the wrist, on my hand as well, so that he could see.
Ah, how pretty.
Thank you.
Now, I assume you've come here looking for work or information. Which is it?
Information today.
Speaking of information, just like in the barracks, there is an information board covered with jobs. At least here, you would recognize them as wanteds for the purposes of various rogues to take jobs and do them. So you can look those over later. What information would you like to know? Are you with those two as well?
Yes, they came with me.
Alex waves as he mentions.
I also gave him. I was like, I am Guinevere of the Shadow Druids, if you know.
Ah, we know of your number.
She kind of smells at it. Thank you.
They know her actual number. They're gonna call you later.
Yeah. 800 number, obviously.
1-800 Nature Bomb.
Well, I thought it was just 1-800 Guinevere.
It's up to you, man. Anyways, two things I'm curious about. One is of those teleporting bandits, and how we might be able to pass by them freely.
Teleporting bandits, you say?
Yes, the ones on the mountain pass.
Oh, the mountain pass. So were you involved in the mountain job then?
Yes.
How unfortunate. Well, you know how these things go.
Yes, business.
The job does not necessarily dictate the actual target or client, so some of them are tricky to carry out without some collateral. You understand.
Of course.
Getting past is easy enough. The job has been completed. My men are no longer there.
That's all I needed to know. And I'm curious. In the forest towards Valif, there's the... Have you seen the red spirits that go by in the night?
Oh, yes. Them cursed souls that have been trapped there for quite a time.
Has anyone explored the ruins that they are a part of?
Not lived to talk about it, really.
I see. That is wonderful information. Is there anything else?
Well, I could tell you more, but I've been talking an awful lot. I think my throat is a bit parched. Perhaps you could soothe it some with some information of your own. Hmm?
What would you like to know?
I hear that you took the mountain pass to get here, so that would stand to reason you're from Valeth or that desert clan way out there in the east.
I am
And
from
what's your workout
Valef.
regime for your friend?
Yes, I'm from Valef. I've been unfortunately assigned to the new vanguard in the town. The
Valeth, you say?
yes.
There's something worthwhile. It's interesting you should say Valeth, actually. It was some individuals from Valeth that actually posted the job.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah, some very interesting parties in Valeth wish to prevent passage through the mountain pass. Interesting.
you have my interest.
Knowing that you're from Valeth, you can tell me more. What is going on in the city-state?
Well,
To the-
most recently, a troll was petrified in the middle of the street. No known assailants who caused it yet. But still, it worries me. Unregistered magic is not something useful. It's very needed to know. Especially one as strong as that.
It would seem indeed powerful. What else?
Because of the Water Tribe being non-correspondent and at least helping us druids on this town with managing the magic, we've been overworked. A lot of them haven't taken other jobs. Some other the druids have been quitting because of it. Which is
An instability in your druid work?
yes.
That is interesting.
And
I think I see a clearer picture now. Thank you. Let's see here. You want to know... What else did you want to know?
I want to know who posted the job.
I'm afraid I can't tell you that.
Of course. It's always worth a try, though.
Perhaps.
I want to try and use my attractiveness perk to get by and get the information.
Alright. Unfortunately, this man is equally attractive. So, rather than just giving you the magic because of the perk, I
It
will
gives me
insist
It gives me a
that-
advantage to any relevant action rolls. Action rolls. Wait,
Right.
that's
So
like-
you'll likely have to persuade him to get more information out of him,
right.
and you'll get an advantage on it. However, he is gonna resist you with equal charm.
Okay, so what do I use? Persuasion? So I get
Yep.
an advantage to that.
Yep, go ahead and roll. Ooh. Pretty good roll.
I'm sure you could at least give me a hint at least.
Perhaps. I'm not above bending the rules, especially not for a pretty face. Let's see here. But just giving it to you, that wouldn't sit well with me. No, I think I'm gonna have to call in a favor.
Alright.
I am very much aware that the leader of this city has been keeping tabs on me. I would like you to find out how much she knows and report back to me.
I'm certain we can do that.
Oh, I'm very certain as well. A little birdie told me that she is most interested in your company, and you may be hearing from her soon.
That's wonderful information, and I'm glad to know. And I give him a bow. I was like, thank you for allowing me to visit you and your entertaining music.
Don't mention it. Feel free to come again. There is more than enough work to do.
I'm sure it'll be seen if the Vanguard can help you in any jobs, possibly. With that, she turns around with the group and starts heading out.
The two with you. They
Yes.
haven't spoken much. I would like their attention.
Metreon will walk over with a shrug.
Yes. I can smell it on you. I can tell you have an interest.
It is for a very specific reason, sir. Perhaps you know of a very good vendor.
A little.
Metreon just kind of spits
It was
out
more
the
of a
last
Vela
part as
thing.
quickly as he can. Only Vela? Surely you all have some folk around here that make use of the Dreamleaf.
Oh, yes. However, it is not as abundant here as it is in the Vela region. Which brings me to my question. Knowing that you are a heavy user, I would like to ask if you could meet with a contact I have in Valeth. Because of certain jobs, it has become difficult, but I will be putting a man there soon. I would like for you to meet with them and secure a supply, if you would. The
What
favor
is-
would be most appreciative.
I was going to ask, what is in it for me? For I am trying to redeem myself somewhat in the eyes of my superiors.
Well, you see, as I was speaking, I was not just giving Guinevere there the information. You were listening as well. And I cannot have you just walking out of here for nothing. I think fair is fair.
Looking around at the many armed people, such is.
I see you understand. A sharp one you are. I think I've chosen well.
Hopefully this will be a mutually profitable and forgettable adventure.
Oh, I assure you, if things go well, you will have no, what is the word, want for it.
And yeah, going off. I guess for now, just he's gonna outright accept it, addiction and what have you. So definitely not close to the idea of further business with this fellow. If that is what you are offering.
Yes,
Tweet.
he is indeed trying to hook you up. But at the same time, you're going to hook him up by helping the contact establish some Dreamleaf supply for the Kaikot area. Because you know people, because you have to fix your own edition, you will be able to aid the contact in setting up the exchange. And from there, you will be rewarded in Dreamleaf.
Excellent. My family will be proud. Oh, proud. A single tear shed.
Yeah. Alex, you're up as well.
I could see that coming.
What is your name, sweetie?
Well, I'm Alex, with an I, just in case. I've had some mishappenings with that sometimes in the past.
I'm sure it must be difficult.
It's not a
So-
very usual name.
What do you do? I cannot say I've heard much of you since you arrived in town.
You should demonstrate
I
your
mean-
abilities, my friend.
As she is interrupted by Metron, she kind of gives him a glance of
Matreon wasn't
last
talking. Guinevere was
update.
talking.
Oh, my bad. Perhaps, perhaps. She says she clearly doesn't like the idea, and makes it clear too when. Well, let's say that I, we I might share some of your some of the abilities of uh, time out. Are these the men?
It seems to be the case, or at least like the way he was using them, it looked like they were. Or he's just bluffing me, which is quite possible.
Well, I do have some abilities that might interest you, but of course, I you must have something to interest me as well.
I've given you information that you seek.
Well, you given that to Wendeveer over here, not to me.
You cannot tell me you were not listening. Are you trying to play coy with me?
Not that I was particularly interested in what she was, what you told to her, but I am just taking more of as an offer more than anything. Maybe you can maybe you can find something for me to do.
There are more than enough jobs posted on the board. However, I was more interested in what you're capable of, therefore I can best know how to utilize you later.
She looks around and tries to she looks to Hatch and tries to locate the flute on him.
It is there. He is holding it in one hand. It's very lazily held. He seems completely at ease, though Metreon's notice earlier would likely show otherwise.
Mhm. Well, I guess a little demonstration wouldn't hurt that much. And she raises her hand quickly towards Hatch, and I would like to invoke the Disarm Bane upon him.
The stun bane?
Disarm.
Disarm.
You would like to flip the flute out of his hand in some form?
Yep.
Alrighty. Go
Right.
ahead and make a roll for me.
What exactly are you going to be
wonderfully.
doing, though? What exactly would your character be doing to make this thing
I
disarm?
I have a tendency to describe after making the roll because you know, if it sucks, it sucks. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But basically, what I just described, I just raise my hand towards him, and now, depending on the roll, we'll see what happens.
I just don't want it to be like, all of a sudden, all guns are trained on you, kind of thing.
I mean, no matter if it succeeds or fails, it's happening.
Oh, but you're
Yeah.
using movement, aren't you?
Yes, movement.
So they won't even notice. It's just like she's raising her hand, kind of thing.
True.
But
Yeah.
with moving, wouldn't she be like drop kicking them? And
Or
I don't
Nah, you're thinking agility.
Okay.
Movement is
Yeah.
telekinesis.
So 20 versus guard.
Yep. So what's gonna happen is as soon as you raise your arm, these three fellas blink out of the air and appear, and you immediately disarm the front man. His dagger goes flying, and everyone is a little on edge. The only one still at ease is Hatch. But seeing what you did, he seems very pleased and
Yeah.
smiles to himself.
what did you do exactly? Like, did you just teleport?
Yeah. Yeah. No. So what happens is as
Okay,
they
man.
teleport in, the guy on the front a shadowy figure appears like in a nanosecond, just in a split second, appears and just bashes the weapon out of his hand, and
So,
then it disappears again.
oh, it's just a shadow version of you, kind of thing. That's cool.
Yeah,
Damn alternate timelines.
Righto.
indeed.
He is
Yeah.
Hatch's.
After that, Alex smirks as well. Huh.
Oh my god, it actually worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's like, I was like, well, I guess the message gets across anyway.
Yes, it did. They are very much aware. Hatch responds, "Ah, I don't think I've ever seen a magic quite like that before. Very entertaining and potentially useful. I think I may have a use for you. We'll keep in touch."
Alex bows slightly. I knew you would. I knew you would appreciate it.
So after that, Hatch, without any words or actions, dismisses you guys. He goes back to playing his flute, and you all are free to leave at your leisure.
Yep.
All right. Anything else you wish to do or say in here, in the tavern above, in the back alley street, anywhere before you get back to the tavern with everyone else?
Yeah, as soon as we get out of the tavern, unless someone wants to do something before that.
Probably check out the board just out of curiosity. What are the thieves up to in this town of the elves?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that's a good point. I kind of forgot about that too.
All right. Looking at the board, you see a smorgasbord of jobs tailored specifically to the Rogues Guild, or the Rogue Network specifically. There are several thieveries posted. There's perhaps one assassination. There are a handful of, what's the word? Road ambushes posted. Sometimes it's as simple as a swap and drop. The idea that they need a specific item placed in a specific place without anyone seeing the exchange. And you see any number of other jobs. Some are more menial. Hey, can you find X? It doesn't matter where it comes from or how you get it. Hey, can you get so and so to fall in love with me? Those have big price tags on them. And
Those particular ones.
yeah, those particular ones, you can probably guess the sort of clientele those come from. Let's see here. Some of the jobs have X's through them, as in they are currently underway or they are presently being finished.
Well, Metreon has a job now, so he, in the form of being apparently a drug cartel mini lord. So he was just kind of curious what's going on here. What are the elves like?
The birds are arguing in the background.
Yeah.
So
They're upset
What are the elves
that
up
he has a
to?
drug dealer.
Okay, but yeah, after that I'm good to go.
Yeah, I will be good to go as well. I will mutter very slightly. We'll keep in touch.
Touche.
Touch. Yeah, I know I say it weirdly. Don't.
No,
Don't
you said that
judge.
weirdly in character. I said that weirdly I said that same thing in character. I'm talking in character, buddy. I was like, touch?
Oh.
Anyways.
I don't know how to answer in character, honestly. I am a lost for words.
Alright, let's go.
We lost Novama.
What? We did? No!
Oh
No.
God, now.
GM down. I repeat, GM down.
GM down. Quick, we need to entertain the masses because we actually have people watching.
What? Do we really?
Mm-hmm!
Well, Bird, do you have anything else to say to the good people?
No!
He really is a sweetheart, though. If I could send pictures, I
Um,
would.
well, you talk with the bird. I go search for Novama.
Oh, Novama. Yes, we gotta do a quest to find Novama now. Let's go.
The
Quickly.
quest to find the GM.
Disclaimer: I am not near close to him. At least I don't think.
Novama.
I'm back.
Yay.
My internet suddenly and spontaneously died.
Okay.
I know that feeling.
Alright, so what I was saying was that the various jobs have X's on them.
Yes.
And when there's an X on it, it means it's claimed, in the works, and or finished. You'll notice that each job's X has some sort of signature mark on it, some signia to show who exactly claimed the job. You don't necessarily recognize any of the insignias, but it's just something to note.
Do I recognize any of the guards out here, by the way, from past jobs?
Nope. These guys are likely residents of the Kaikad area. So while it's possible some of them may have come through Valeth from time to time, you do not seem familiar enough with any of them to recognize them to that degree.
I just want to know if I did any jobs with them. That's all.
Unlikely.
Onward.
These likely belong to Hatch. As you'll notice, some of them were very defensive of the head cheese in this particular area.
Onward.
Okay. So yes, you looked at the board, though. Was there anything else you were looking for in specifics?
Nope.
All right. You guys are able to return back.
I think that might have been a horrible idea. Just saying. Just saying.
We
But
gathered,
also a wonderful idea.
we gathered valuable
Metreon,
information.
Monsters
We gathered valuable information, if anything, especially the news that we're going to be introduced by the head of the city. That's actually quite good to know. So, to be prepared for that, we need to be probably prepared for that, as well as let the others know.
Is this the usual kind, the kind of people you usually treat with when near?
What?
Is this the kind of people you usually treat with? I don't think I said that correctly.
Hang out
actually.
with meat.
You said it right. Treat with. Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
You hang out with them a lot.
Sometimes. Not lately, though. Most of the time I hang out with my sister. But I do have jobs, we have bills to pay, and that's how that's done.
The military didn't. What? Never mind.
The
That's out of
military
character.
does pay her. But, I mean, they only pay her, not me. That's a big difference.
I can understand that.
Plus, I got a duty of my own. Alright. Back to the tavern.
Da-da-da.
Also, make sure I'm not followed.
Oh, me too. Shall we drop a perception check on that?
Yeah.
Oh, we actually have to. Damn.
Well, yeah.
I was,
I'm not gonna say whether or not you're being followed. I'm just saying, if you're gonna look and there's a chance to fail, you need to look.
Well,
Oh.
wow.
Metro's got this.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So, Metreon Guinevere, you do in fact know scaling the rooftops and running across the roofs and chimneys and all the other things overhead, you are indeed being followed. And they aren't really being stealthy about it. The average town folk aren't going to look up, and even when you guys occasionally take a peek to see them, they don't really care. They're just blinking around and running across high lines and following you, keeping an eye on you, keeping tabs, I suppose. For what purpose, you're not sure.
Either way, I don't care. I'm going to try to lose them.
Oh, we've made friends. Oh, where did you go?
All right.
I'm going to shapeshift into... Can I shape... No, I can't shapeshift into a fly or a rat yet. Damn it.
The fly has a fly speed, so no, and the rat might be a bit too small for you.
Yeah.
It'd be a big rat.
Either way. Because it's 1/4 my size. So I can be...
So it'd be a foot-long rat. I suppose that's legit for a rat. Probably get away with it.
Either that...
Jesus.
No, wait. I can do something better. Can't I?
Rat larger than a subway.
I don't want to go with.
I'm just gonna try and weave around the crowd and try to lose them, basically.
As a rat or just
As me.
as a person?
As-
Okay.
as me.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an agility roll.
You guys are gonna do the same?
I mean, I got a 5. Unless you guys told me.
It was
I
like,
will
yeah,
just
I would be
on my
like-
merry way.
It'll be like, looks like
It would be
looks like we're being followed. Come on.
Oh,
I guess I'll
Oh,
try to
that-
follow.
that should be fun then.
Winifred feels fairly confident in her ability to lose the gents. Metreon, you are seeing dead people.
This isn't supposed to happen unless the smoke is in the air. Oh gods.
The bird is laughing.
Just having a little stroke there.
I see dead people. All
The
right.
bird represents the
So-
sound from the dead.
Alex, were you informed?
Yep, wait. I forgot to ask before that roll. Would I get any advantage from a street rat?
Would you get advantage from what?
Being a street
Street
urchin.
rat.
Street rat.
Ah, yes. In this particular case, you would, as you are now re-entering the very populated areas. Your street ratness would make you very adept at navigating the streets at high tide. It's only been maybe an hour or so, so it's definitely still fairly busy. It's probably middle of the afternoon, if that, and you are able to get advantage, is it? Or what's the perk?
It doesn't state advantage. It's more of a. It says, as such, you know how to navigate urban areas, make yourself unseen, and find a bite to eat when you're down on your luck.
Yeah, it gives you. Let me see here. I do see. Okay, as one of the invisible urchins that crawl the city, so that would suggest to me that you do have a means of running around, being less detected than say the average person. So I would give you an edge in your roll.
An advantage?
Yeah. So you can roll another
Yeah.
D10. I mean, you already exploded on your first
Yeah,
D10, so you can't get higher.
I was getting there.
Yeah.
I was about to comment on that fact.
Okay. But your agility roll is fine. So, other than Metreon, you two simply disappear into the crowd. You feel pretty good about it. Metreon, you're moving along, not a very high pace. Everyone's just kind of bumping into you. They're not making way. You're slinking around the sides, maybe going to alleyways, but you're going to get lost. You've already gotten separated from Guinevere and Alex. And so at this point, you're just like, I'll get there when I get there.
Right on. I ring the bell occasionally to try and give myself some insight.
To where the hell I am?
Yep.
Indeed, like if I go down this path, what comes from that type of thing?
I just imagine a guy smoking off, reeking of dream leaf and ringing a bell in the middle of the street.
At that point, they'd be like, he's high. Yeah, let's not follow him.
All right. But long story short, everyone manages to get back to the tavern eventually. Some of you faster than others, but you all do manage to get back. You guys who have been there and patiently waited all this time, is there anything you would like to do in the downtime between?
Not me specifically, just kind of working.
How industrious of you.
Yes.
What about you, Roscoe?
At this point, how done would Kerclocken be?
How done?
Yeah, like repaired and.
The Thunder Fist was something you could have had from the start, so I'm assuming that's already patched in. As far as fixing Kerclocken, it's been a handful of days. I think that because you're in Kaikot, an area high in technology and metals, you likely had expeditious fixing. You may have even called in a favor, and you were able to get Kerclocken in working order as well over the handful of days that passed.
Yay!
Let's see here. But Roscoe?
I think. Hold on a second. Yeah. All right. Roscoe. Let's say that Roscoe was out for a run, realizing got to get in a little better shape. Not just in in the library anymore. Got to get in better shape. So he's not as much doing the weights as he is doing the cardio. Let's leave it there.
Yeah.
All right.
Claire was gonna be improving her agility, so jumping over things, I guess.
They're like, Kerclocken, raise your arm. You duck under it. Kerclocken, lower your arm. You jump over it.
Yeah.
Roscoe used magic to give himself a shower.
In the middle of the street? Oh, okay.
Please, oh dang it.
Go Rocky on it. Just run up some stairs.
Run, basically running through the sprinklers. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Should have done that in a different order, but hopefully that was entertaining to somebody.
Yep. Hey, Baron, you doing anything?
But I can't hear you. Squat, squat, squat.
He's the
Now
squatting.
push up.
Oh, he's
Is he training us?
yeah, he's training you guys.
Baron, where are you doing your squats?
I'll leave wherever they are.
Alright, I'll assume they all went out for a jog at some point. Is that correct?
Sure. That's where we get ambushed.
Yeah.
Alright. So you guys are out on your run at some point while these folks over here were meeting with Hatch. And you guys actually do get approached by someone you don't recognize. He struggles to keep up, but it's very difficult for him. He does not seem to be very capable physically, and he seems to be getting winded rather easily. Please, please slow down.
We'll jog in place so he can catch up.
So when you guys stop, he just practically falls on you, Baron. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I'm jogging in place, right?
And then you smack him in the head with your knee or something, and he's like, ah.
You have to be careful.
Roscoe checks him out. Roscoe checks him for first aid.
Oh no.
Are you hydrated?
Just let me lay here for a moment.
Hold on.
I'll
can
catch my
heal him.
breath. Oh. Okay.
I'll flex at him to restore his powers. My
He
My
seems
muscle spirit wolf. Hold on, I have to roll it.
he seems prepared to let death take him, and then
All right,
you
I
do
got a
some
1d4. Just a little bit, but it helps.
I wasn't expecting that, but I suppose it figures.
Proper doctor coming in. Nope.
Proper doctor. Wait, are you gonna succeed with the twist?
Yeah, you want to succeed with a twist?
Sure. Let's see what happens.
So what is your particular, you get a power of 1, you can go ahead and roll it. What is your particular method of trying to help this man?
So,
What is that?
so I was assuming, as I roll a 1, I was assuming that he was just depleted from running too much, that he just really needed water and hydration more than anything else. So I was gonna summon a water bottle and like, hey, here you go.
Yep, makes sense. Alright, so you summon ye old water bottle, and you say, here you go. He gladly grasps for it, takes a big old swig, and then he immediately dry heaves and spits it out. Ugh, why did you give me vinegar? He seems more refreshed and alert than he was before, but he is not impressed.
What are you talking about? I didn't give you vinegar. I gave you water. Are you all right? Are you messing with me?
Maybe I'm just tired. Anyway, he does not keep the bottle of water. When he hands back the bottle of water to you. Meanwhile, he eventually catches his breath. And this man seems to be a dainty fellow, handsome in appearance, and once he's gotten his composure back, he does have a bit of a presence to him. Just by standing near him, you feel relaxed, you know? You feel at ease around this guy. He does not seem like a threat in the least, as his, well, endurance would clearly illustrate. But even more so, just his smile is very disarming. This man seems like a very charismatic sort. Anyway. Oh, alright. Let's see here. There's only 3 of you. I think there's supposed to be more. You are from Valeth, right?
Claire just scowls. Yes.
Ah,
Don't
good.
remind me.
Oh, come on. Have some pride.
My
No,
miss-
thank you.
Perhaps it was a sore subject, but anyway, no need to fret. My mistress has sent me to deliver a personal invitation. She would like you to dine with us tonight, you and yours. She has much...
Will there be great amounts of protein?
Oh, copious amounts of protein. She really likes her meat. So, the way he says it seems so innocent, but you can't help but wonder if he had other intentions.
Yeah, can I roll an insight, or what perception would that be?
It'd be insight, but if we don't have insight, I guess perception will work. Logic would also fly in this case.
I'm gonna do
I-
that too.
Don't have either.
Hey.
Okay. Even with Claire's 18, you do not detect even the hint of something immoral coming from this man. Something about him almost seems too good to be true.
He's gay.
But, in addition to all that, his invitation is handed to you. And seeing how sincere this man is and how sincere he appears, you feel very strongly that this is a very legit, very binding invitation. It is written in a very fine script. It even has golden inlay in the letter. So it is very much an official thing, and you are being summoned to have dinner tonight with one of the most wealthy and influential people in Kaikot and the leader of this city-state. Very much like the council is the head of Valeth, she is the head of Kaikot.
So should we be wearing some sort of attire? Is this form?
Oh, no, you don't have to dress up. I mean, you can if you want. She's
Okay.
not really one for formalities.
Oh,
Well,
but I
there's
got such a
formal in
nice
it.
suit earlier. But if you insist, I will always take an opportunity to display my impeccable body.
Oh my god.
Ah, either way will work. I'm sure it'll be okay.
Are you alright, small man? You were very winded trying to catch up to us. You need to work out more often. Puny men are not very attractive.
Oh, yeah. I do need to work out more. I'm
Gwen
still
starts-
winded from my morning training.
Claire just sort of blushes at the word of attractive. Oh, attractive young man. No, she doesn't say that. Just sort of like, oh, how nice. Oh, how do I react to this wonderful man?
How does Claire perceive him?
With
Yeah.
awe.
Is Claire straight?
Yeah.
Then she is very much attracted to him. To what degree
That's up
you
to you, man.
decide? Yeah, you decide based on your character, but he is naturally something women fawn over. And in fact, as you are standing there in the street, having paused your jog, you do notice that there are other women and men in the street that have clearly taken note of this individual, and some of their looks would be considered suggestive. There is something alluring about this individual. Perhaps it triggers some mother instinct, maybe. Or maybe it's, hey, I want to make pretty babies. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. Anyway, this fella is like, all right, well, I guess I'll see everyone tonight. Be sure to tell the others in your group. It would be a shame if anyone missed out. We are preparing for all 6 of you.
Oh, Claire sort of waves her hand before he leaves. What is your name?
Oh, my name's Genji. What? Oh, should I ask your names now or at the feast? I guess
Claire.
I can. Oh,
She sort of steps
Claire.
forward and then sort of steps back and looks down at the ground.
What a pretty name. Thank you, Claire. And you'll come tonight, right?
She nods her head emphatically. Yes, I think we shall. And
Oh,
I
that's-
shall.
That is great.
I am looking forward to what meal we will have.
Oh, okay. Okay, man. I'm glad you're coming.
Big slap on the back. You should have him.
Ah! Falls on his face.
No, you're not supposed to fall yet.
Oh,
I just lift him back up, put her on his feet.
oh, thank you.
Man should stand on 2 feet, not lay down all day.
Right, yeah. I'm trying. All right.
What other tasks do you need to do? You have more message for us?
Just come with your appetites, and I'll be going now. And he edges away from
Are
there.
you sure? You can
Oh.
keep running with us.
Oh no, I need to prepare tonight, and I need to let my mistress know that you intend to come. You know, don't want to keep her waiting or anything. And
Don't trip.
he starts running away.
Oh, so he is getting his exercise.
He just wants to get the fuck away from Baron. He has no idea who he just invited.
All right. So you guys now have the invitation. It's very official-like. The paper is fairly sturdy, so you don't have to worry about it getting destroyed. Claire, let's see here. No, this is actually more Roscoe's thing. Roscoe, go ahead and give me a logic or learning roll, if you will. This is about picking up some arcane. You notice some stuff on the letter itself. You noticed that this letter actually has an enchantment on it. It will actually bind to your party. No one can steal it from you without first breaking the enchantment. So you do not have to worry about losing this, and it is clearly marked for you specifically, your party of 6. So for anyone else to go in your place
7.
is just about impossible. Oh, Kirklocken is not on the guest list.
Oh shit.
He's coming with me. He's gonna get a bow tie.
Oh yes, dress him up like steampunk giraffe or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Steampunk giraffe.
It's a band.
It's a band. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So you guys eventually finish your run and you return to the tavern. You fellas from the Rogue Hideout, you eventually return to the tavern as well. It is probably late afternoon. The dinner is going to be in a few hours in the evening. The place you're going to eat is unmissable. It's the biggest mansion in all of Kaikot, this building here on the background. Very big, very palacey in nature, very opulent, and it has a bit of a gated community around it where some of the more wealthy merchants reside. And when you guys go in, you will likely need that invitation to get past security and stuff.
Stop
Don't
dying.
die. Yeah,
Bless
don't
you.
die.
Sorry.
Don't apologize for not dying.
What the?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, damn.
Wait, you
Well,
were?
supposedly
She looks
he's a woman now. I'm not sure how far along in the surgeries he is.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
definitely-
she has transitioned. That's just apparently one of the most popular vids.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I really like old steam-powered giraffe. I'm not sure about their new stuff.
I'm still going through their library, so I have not come to a firm decision yet.
All right. But that said, you guys have a few hours to kind of decide amongst yourselves how you want to prepare. Is there any information swapping you want to do? Stuff like that. So what I want to do is we're going to take a 10-minute break. We're going to resume, what is it?
it's
9.
8:47.
We'll resume at 9 or the top of the hour,
Mhm.
wherever you are. And we'll pick up from there with people telling me what you wish to do to prepare before the meet and greet.
All right.
Roger that.
Sounds good. I will start some music on my side.
Whew. All right. Session's going off without a hitch.
Yep, not muted yet, by the way.
I don't care. Other than a few rather chatty points. I don't mind people chatting and having fun, but I do think it's important that we don't spend 10 minutes breaking away from session, as I know that for the first half the group was twiddling their thumbs and listening. So it is important that we keep things rolling when the party's not together, especially.
Sorry. Alright. I'm gonna get some drink of water, and I'll be back.
10-minute break.
Yep, we are on break.
I'm gonna do.
Bathroom break for those who want it.
Well, I mean, like, for the coming back.
Nobody knows the way, but if you find it in your dreams, you can find it at your day job, somewhere south of hell. Take the path to left or right with just your gut to guide you. The story is not for anyone else to tell. Go down the rabbit hole, down out the other side. You can't go home in the middle of the magic carpet ride. You gotta greet the sun before he's left it all to moon. You can't forsake the journey for the safety of your room until you learn your lesson. learn to see and hear everybody loud and clear, but the truth comes down in riddles that are safe enough to share. That's how it is in songs you see, and stripes always looked good on me, whether or not I'm really there. Smile hangs in the heavy is the burden of the wise ones, when no one understands a word they say. The Jabberwock never bothered anyone, but nobody believes him to this day. Hey, and why should they? If I leave my grin behind, remind me that we're all mad here, and it's okay. Sun up, sundown, the shadows find me out in Wonderland, Wonderland. Nobody knows the way, but if you find it in your dreams, you can find it at your day job, somewhere south of hell. Take the path to left or right with just your gut to guide you. The story is not for anyone else to tell. And out the other side, you can't go home in the middle of the magic carpet ride. You gotta greet the sun before his lovely daughter moon. You can't forsake the journey for the safety of your room until you learn your lesson well. Learn your lesson well. Learn your lesson well. Learn your lesson well. Is it the stripes or the spots you see? Was it hearts or diamonds, baby, brought you here to me? Darling, you know better than to trust a pack of cards. What have we learned? The world is never as mad as it could be. Never as mad as it could be. If I leave my grin behind, remind me that we're all mad here, and it's okay. I promise. If I leave my grin behind, remind me that we're all mad here, and it's okay. If I leave my grin behind, remind me that we're all mad here, and it's okay. If I leave my grin behind, remind me that we're all mad here, and it's okay.
One flies in to case the joint, boldly struts around. Two fly in to make it three, laugh a while and knock each other down. Four flies in with a frowning walk, gains a laugh from out a squawk. But it's five who owns the place and proves it with a look, stopping 6 and 7 in their tracks from smuggling a book. Words within our grasp, do we let go? Do we fly heavily with the weight of what we know? Words within our grasp, do we let go? Do we fly heavily with what we know? My friend bids me come and see the ravens in the library, setting quiet pages free. My friend bids me come and see the ravens in the library, setting quiet pages free. 1 for fiction, 2 for truth, 3 for bikes and bathing suits, 4 for sci-fi fantasy. 5 loves art and ancient skulls, 6 eats periodicals, 7 lives in poetry. 1 hangs out on the drama shelves but keeps the monologues to herself. 2 and 3 are studying jewels. 4 reads all about the Huns. 5 won't share the shiny ones. 6 and 7 labor molecules. Words within our grasp, do we let go? Do we fly heavily? flying everywhere. Seek the language word by word, like the black and clever bird. Never let it bring you down, all the things we haven't figured out. My friend bids me come and see the ravens in the library, setting quiet pages free. My friend bids me come and see the ravens in the library, setting quiet pages free. Seven reads about the gods, chuckles to herself, to the rest she never lets on. Try to catch a glimpse of them, bickering like mortal men, feathers on the sidewalk. If you heard a raven say such horrible words as the ones you may have heard in your day-to-day, would it make you choose your own more carefully around the ones you love? My friend bids me come and see ravens in the library, setting quiet pages free. My friend bids me come and see the ravens in the library, setting quiet pages free. Setting quiet pages free. Setting quiet pages free. Setting quiet pages free. Seven little ravens sitting on a shelf, focus on the learning, keep it to himself.
Listen anywhere, anytime. All your music, no interruptions. YouTube Red. Look long enough into the eyes of any creature, there's no knowing what you'll find. We all seek the light one way or another, mostly flying blind. Everything flies at the mercy of the moonlight, love us more than most at times. You've sought the light where few have ever found it, captured deep in tawny eyes. Little ones seek and they shall find. Take care what you find in the tawny eyes of a hunter. Behind eyes, who is it dares to find these feathers, stroke this skin? And how can you dream of the night he spreads his wings to hold you, shows you all he knows and lets you in? I've heard it said none but fools will ever count on shifting shapes and flying dreams. Foolish the heart that lights upon a love who's never what he seems. Shows one face at dawn and another in the twilight. Kings have worn his shape before. Lord of the evening, so handsome.
Alrighty then, let's get back to the game. Boop, boop. There we go. Hello.
Hi.
We are back.
Greetings.
The break is back, more or less. Just waiting for everyone to get back.
Mm-hmm.
trying to trim a cat's paws, and it is not working out very well.
I mean, that's just like sounds like a bad idea in general, man.
Indeed, but he keeps hopping up here, and he keeps trying to be so sweet, and then like his claws dig into my pants,
Oh.
and I start bleeding a little. So
Yeah, I found out
Just
that
has to
I
stop.
found out something interesting, that cats will not try and do that when you're not wearing pants. They just won't do
Really?
it. Yeah, they know what's your skin and what's not.
that makes sense, and that's so considerate of them.
But when you have clothes on, they don't give a fuck. They think it's fine.
I wouldn't be so confident there. Some cats are
dang
just
it.
born to be horrible.
Well, true. I mean, I think my dad has this one story, which I don't think it's good to say. About my mom.
Their claws junk.
He was brushing his teeth vigorously, and my mom saw this, and the cat's eyes were going back and forth, watching it.
Oh, that's
And she
funny.
just kind of baps at it. No claws, just baps at it.
Gotcha.
My mom saw it coming from a mile away, and she was laughing her ass off the moment it happened. And he's like, "You knew! You knew, didn't you?" She's like, "Yeah." I have a lot of family stories that are just hilarious. Like the time I came up with the best joke ever. We were watching a zombie flick, and my dad was with did the whole kind of sound like a zombie, and he went brains, and I was such a smartass. I walked over him, knocked on his head 3 times, and said, "Yup, you got none."
Oh.
The timing on it couldn't be better at all, because he did a really good zombie impersonation.
Psst. Hey,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yep. I'm waiting for Deadeye.
Yep.
Someone at Deadeye.
He muted us too.
He
Not
definitely
just
does,
his
yeah.
mic, but his headphones too.
That's why I said at Die.
Da, na, 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 da.
Everyone at Deadeye. Why not that?
I choose you, Pikachu.
Hi, Pikachu.
Ooh. All right. Well, I said top of the hour. I'll assume he's taking a long crap. Let's go ahead and get started.
Mm-hmm. Let's do that.
Baron puts on a suit for
Well,
the special
I
occasion.
wanted to talk a bit beforehand.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm giving everyone a chance. And for fairness, let's go around the table, make sure everyone gets their fair say. Claire, what are you going to do to prepare for the evening?
I mean, I guess sort of. I mean, she doesn't really have anything fancy, and she's not the type to get super fancy. But she'll get Kerclock in a bow tie, and maybe like brush her hair, get rid of all the oil and grease, and like shower.
Her sister will help you brush your hair.
Yay!
Because you guys were definitely running earlier.
Yeah. Very true.
Tastes a bit salty. All right. So you intend to clean up a bit, get Kerclocken spruced, and cool.
Polished.
Guinevere, you were aiding in that somewhat. What else are you doing?
Because I know how my dress has a lot of holes in it in some places, so she's going to use transmutation to fix those holes. And at least make
Alright.
her dress look pristine like its original form.
Go ahead and give me a transmutation roll, please.
My alteration is 4, so
No, I just wanted the transmutation.
Yeah.
Or right, your alteration, right? But you didn't need a big roll for that. I just wanted to see if maybe you did some extras. All right.
I mean, I could put a few designs in it if you wanted me to.
Yeah, I'd say you rolled high enough that you probably got away with cleaning it up a bit and maybe adding some decals if you wish.
Yes. A few Celtic
All right.
decals.
Flower power.
Yeah, get some flower embroidery, maybe lace some of that up.
Get some Celtic designs on our things, like the hand pistols.
There you go.
The symbol of the tree of life on her back over the dress. That can
One of
be-
those Celtic women sorts.
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, I'm good. I would also inform the party on a few things. Some of them,
Well, now is
not
the time.
everything about Hatch and stuff. Just like, I'd actually no. I would pull Claire aside and talk to her personally and tell her what we went and did. Only Claire, no one else.
All right. Yeah. Like, other than Claire, not too many people are overly familiar with the Rogues Network. Like, Hatch didn't say or do anything when clearly non-members were brought in.
Yeah.
But it seemed like he was doing some forceful recruiting of his own.
Yep.
Pretty much.
So,
Pretty
yeah,
Yeah.
it's whatever. But keeping it on the hush is probably better for everyone, unless they want to get shanghaied.
That's
Why
exactly
would you
right.
bring them to such a place? Why
They-
would you?
I said if
wish
they wanted to
you could
come, they
come?
wanted to come. That's up to them, you know. If they
much.
wanted, if they wanted
I
to
know
doom
they are
the,
not children, but you are corrupting them. I cannot stand for it. I do not approve.
they knew about the Rogue Network in the first place, hon. They already knew about it. Apparently.
I still don't like it. By the way, do you have any perfume? I wish to smell nice.
I can just make you smell nice. Wait.
Priorities, ladies and
Wait a
gentlemen.
minute.
Priorities.
Do you like someone?
No.
Deception right now.
Bear like wipes it down. Oh, just
That was so
I think that just gets a natural 1 automatically.
Yeah.
That'll be
so
fine.
not convincing.
Gotta give me deception. Right now.
I'd believe it. It'd be fine.
Oh jeez.
Bam! Lied right to your face.
I can use perception. I can use perception, right?
Perception, logic. I can't remember what the insight is in this system.
Damn!
You ain't seeing it though.
She gives a long stare at you and be like, okay.
Yeah, perception is for sense ulterior motives, track someone, catch a gut feeling, spot hidden foe, etc.
Cool.
You just
So
lied to your
perception it
sister and
is.
got away with it.
So you can't exactly discern her motives. What you can discern, though, is that she is behaving a little unusual.
Yep.
And so, as her sister, you may or may not feel compelled to help her.
Nah, she's still my sister. Still a nice sister. I'd muscle up some natural perfume.
Yay.
That, natural perfume?
Vanilla.
Lavender.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, you could just walk by Metreon's place. That'll get you smelled like something.
Yeah, she'll definitely be a certain sort of lady after that, won't she?
No.
Nature in all its glory.
All right.
But yeah, I
sorry.
pick you up with you being able to smell like lavenders now.
Yay.
But
I do the
Claire, Guinevere shared with you her encounter with Hatch. Any thoughts, or are we gonna move to Baron?
About Hatch specifically, or her
About
being
the whole-
upset at
Anything? Any
About
final
one
thoughts?
thing different
I mean,
about
I'll
how
go around again, but I just want to get immediate feedback.
definitely about how the whole bandit thing was actually a proposition's job by someone in Valeth.
Your people attacked us.
No, they were given a job. They're just doing business. That's nothing our fault. But the person who's assigned it is the problem.
Let's pretend that the sisters are in their room getting ready.
Yep.
So as not to be
Really
talking
wish-
about these in front of others.
Do you really wish to be aligned with people who have no morals?
I get information, they get information. It's a good balance.
You know I do not approve.
I know. I love you, sister.
He just sort of grumbles and hugs her back.
And then you smell like lavender, and suddenly you're peas.
Oh no, I did both. I did both of us too. We both smell like lavender.
Alright, so very tranquil room going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Metreon, you get the sudden sense of spices in the air. Meanwhile, Baron, anything you're doing to prepare for the evening?
You know, besides listening to Jaunty too, you know, he washes his body of all the sweat.
So, being a manly man, are you actually just gonna drop down into the sea and wash yourself in the ocean?
Are we even next to the ocean?
You can.
You
jump
are.
off.
If you look at the image, this is what the city looks like at low tide. The ocean actually comes in, and or you could go out to the ocean. Either way works.
You would definitely jump into the sea. He's a man of the sea. He will smell like what?
He will
So-
smell salt.
Even when the tide comes in, it only comes up to your waist when you stand at the shallows, obviously, and you're just big waves coming in that would wash away a normal man. You're just standing there like, this is good.
He just drops off a boat in the middle of the ocean and stands up.
You know, he walks out. You know, he flexes really hard, and then all of it just evaporates off of his body. And his body
He's Poseidon.
And then he puts on his nice suit. That's his situation.
It doesn't like barely fit him. It just barely fits him. Like you could just flex and
It's
it goes.
actually yes. If he flexed hard enough, he could burst.
You can count the abdominals through the suit.
But it is well fitted for him regardless. It's
Alrighty.
white with a navy blue shirt and a
Looking very, very ready for this shindig.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear, Metreon. Anything you're doing to prepare?
Let's see. Metreon he embarked on his travels with only combat gear and, I guess, says civilian clothes. He has absolutely nothing remotely good for being fancy. And also he smells apparently bad enough that he got roped into a drug ring for it. So he is going to first go to Gwen. Excuse me, I couldn't help but notice that when you couldn't help but notice earlier the smell of lavender in the air. Was that your doing?
By that buzzer? No. But give me 1 second, and I just like transmogrify his clothes to be clean and everything.
You sure you want to do that?
Yes.
Wait,
Give me
you're gonna
another roll.
transmogrify clothes? Oh lord.
I'm going to transmutate your clothes to look fancy for one and smell clean for another.
Give me a roll. Okay. Yeah, it works. It actually works. All right.
And then
Hey, Metreon. You
listen.
may or may not allow this to happen, but if you do allow it to happen, you're looking pretty fly for a white guy.
I'll allow it. Rather oh, well, I was gonna go to Roscoe for ask for help in this regard. Thank you, Gwyn. But also, could you help with the smell? I'm sorry.
you smell your clothes, buddy.
I do so. Oh,
So the
much
clothes
better.
smell very nice.
They're actually terrible.
It doesn't smell anything like the sea. Horrible.
oh, that is much better. Thank you very much. Thank
Does
you
he
very
does
much.
he
Thank you
actually
very much.
does the skin and stuff still irradiate that scent, or is he good?
Yeah, it's on his skin. It's
Yeah, I would
deep in
also
the
go-
pores.
Yeah, dude, I'd also go wash yourself thoroughly.
I mean, the lavender probably masks it pretty good, but anyone close to him that uses would be like, "Hey man, you got nug on you?"
Yeah, he's definitely gonna go do a thorough bath as well.
All right.
And tries to make himself look as nice as he can, puts his hair up in a nice bun or whatever.
Yeah,
And,
that'll be easy enough to do.
Yep,
So
and
the
that'll be my prep.
Topaz Fang Force shall be identified by the scent of lavender.
Yes.
True.
It's my fault. All my fault.
You guys are so manly and tough. All right.
Except for Baron,
So,
who smells like the ocean.
Anything else, Metreon? All right.
That'll be all.
Yeah. Cool. Alex, being a lady of sorts, what might you have in mind for the evening?
How smooth of you. Well, Alex will have her hair combed. Primarily, that's the word. But aside for that, he wouldn't pay too much mind to her clothes. She will maybe get a new pair of boots. But aside from that, she will go with her usual attire. Probably the same that she went on to the rogue's nest. Except for the boots.
Alrighty.
Yup. Rogue is, yeah, that should be the name of the episode.
Thank you.
It's a good one. Anything else, Alex, as you are now looking more classy?
Mildly. No, I don't think so. I will just head on to reunite with the rest of the group and part towards the mansion.
Cool. Roscoe, you, being a well-educated fella, have likely attended your fair share of balls and dances. You might have some things you'd like to do.
Yes, I'm not sure if he has the proper attire with him, though.
It's unlikely he packed it.
Yeah, he probably didn't
However,
pack it.
he's likely a man of means.
So, first, a shower after the workout. Then, I think Roscoe's going to look for a suit jacket. Or something with that kind of formality. Just the jacket. To go over his other attire. And bow ties in solid colors. Like an obvious red bow tie, or get a green one, a blue one. Basically, Roscoe's going to start buying spare bow ties, assuming that some other people in the party might not have them. And, if he's seen Kerclocken, try and find one big enough for Kerclocken.
Yeah, all right.
And he's also going to look for a fez.
Ha!
Doctor Who reference.
Yeah, bow tie and a fez. All right. So, you guys, or at least you, Roscoe, would immediately remember your good friend Aram, the dwarf that you helped escort into the city. You recall he was an exotic trader. One type of wares he brings are silks and fabrics from the Far East. You will very likely find some very nice clothes among his wares, and because you guys are friends and have a connection because of the job done, he's going to give you a good deal on it. Good enough, at least, that it will allow you to buy it without hindering your wealth. So you can go ahead and put down fancy attire if you wish. Now, because of the nature of where the wares are coming from, the cut and design is obviously more Far Eastern, and you might expect something of a more Oriental style.
All right.
If you understand. and you definitely look very nice. Let's see here. In fact, shoot, what is the formal attire? It's not kimono, is it? It's like that's for girls.
Yeah.
It's the same way for guys. Guys wear kimonos, girls wear kimonos. It's basically unisex.
Yeah.
Except there's a slight difference with guys. While women's are more spastic with patterns and stuff like that, guys are more plain and generalized with normal colors.
Yeah.
So think very sharply dressed
Mhm.
in a male's kimono. Like the silks and fabrics,
Yes.
they really stand out. They reflect the light.
And
They're
they don't
solid
have to,
colors, bold,
Mhm.
very masculine in nature.
and you don't have to wear like 3 fucking layers on a female kimono.
Right.
Mhm.
And if you had questions, Aram would surely help you don the garbs as well.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
Only a bit more
Yes, that-
formal. Obviously, that's
It-
for going to festival more
Yeah.
so
Yep.
than, yeah. All right. Well, the crew has assembled. Everyone's dressed and cleaned up, and let's do another around the table before we hit up the palace.
Oh,
Claire, anything?
hakama is actually the traditional pants. Kimono can be worn by both genders.
Oh, I think Claire's gonna braid her hair. Stick a flower in it.
Yep,
A mechanical
you definitely
flower,
could.
because she's fancy.
A mechanical flower.
Yes.
Classy witch. All right, so Claire, you are getting finished sprucing up. Obviously, the girls take longer. It's just a given.
Yeah, why? My question is, why are you braiding your hair, sis?
So it doesn't get in the way of eating.
That never changed before.
Well, it's wavier now since you brushed it.
Once you finish braiding your hair, I'm gonna use transportation to unbraid it.
No.
Prankster. Prankster. Now, the thing about that is that your transmutation up to this point has been used as a boon, so in order to sabotage her, it would have to be a bane, meaning she would have the ability to dodge it if you don't roll high enough.
Would it be alteration versus alteration?
Yep, go ahead and just give me an
Or-
alteration roll.
No, that'd be a resolve. Or
No, it won't be resolved, like
Oh.
she's actively going to try to dodge it.
okay.
I mean, it'll be against her guard. That's it.
Ah, okay.
So 15 versus guard.
My guard is 13.
She got you.
No.
Come on, your
Get
hair
back
looks
to work.
lovely this way. You just keep it this way. I mean, then we match, don't we?
True. Oh yeah, she.
natural.
I forgot that she doesn't have an eye. She has an eye patch.
Yep.
They both have eye patches and they match.
No, I don't have eye patch. I'm actually regular eyes.
Oh, you're just showing off your eyeball?
Well, I mean, yeah, because her eyeball's
Her
normally
lack of
hidden by her hair, so she's
Ah,
just not
true.
seen.
You can wear a bow tie over it. Roscross spares.
Want to see my empty eye socket?
It's not empty eye; it's just a red eye. Both of us have that singular red eye.
Mhm.
You want to touch my eye?
Oh god.
Wait.
All
what?
right. So, Gwen, you are sabotaging Claire. Anything else you're trying to do?
Nope, I'm good.
All right.
Unless she gives me like the
Barrett?
legit reason why she's trying to be like this.
So, Baron, after you're finished dip in the ocean and getting dressed in your nice suit, you're like, F taking the stairs, I'm going to rock climb. And so you climb your way back up to where everyone else is at, feeling invigorated. The sea salt glistens off your skin in the rising moonlight, and obviously the street lamps that are coming on, and you feel very ready for the evening. Anything else you'd like to do?
It is time to feast. I just head on over.
Yes, your appetite has been stoked, so it is time to go, Metreon.
I guess he's gonna He does have his pipe with him and a very small amount of dream leaf, but he's going to keep it in his pocket. That's just if things get too tense. He needs to go somewhere and relax. He's never been a big fan of social events.
Yeah.
So I guess he is going
It's
to...
not uncommon to smoke at social events, so it should be fine, assuming the people around you are willing.
Cool, cool. And he is going to try one more time to get in touch with the spirits, since they've just been so distant lately for some reason.
Maybe they smell you.
Gosh dang it.
That's not enough to invoke a boon, but you get the sense that this evening should be okay.
It'll have to do. And that'll be all for him.
Alright. Alex, you have spruced up and people are beginning to move towards the palace. Anything you would like to do?
Not really. I think I'm all set. I can't help but have to give some thought to our weapons, if we are carrying any.
Hers are hers are always absorbed into her clothes or inside clocking.
Yeah, I assume we wouldn't. I guess I could attempt I guess I could attempt something similar, but the thing is, I use bow and arrow, so I can't.
Mines aren't hidden; they're absorbed into my clothes.
He's using absorb object.
Yep.
Yeah, I have access to absorb object too.
Because that's fun.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
I'd give it a try.
See how deep you can shove your quiver.
Inside yourself.
Oh, Claire
Okay.
will, I guess, absorb. Well, no, she'll just sort of have her tool belt on her, even though they're going somewhere fancy. She wants her tools, maybe make some pretty butterflies for people.
It'll keep you
Alright.
at ease.
Oh, and
So
also
I
when
believe that's enough to shunt your weapons into some ulterior space.
Yep. It is.
Oh, and also when Claire walks to the palace, she's gonna hold Gwyn's hand and Kirkwalken's finger.
Oh.
Kirkwalken seems pleased.
Oh.
And I'm sitting here. I'm kind of happy, and I'm swinging my sister's hand.
Yay!
What a pleasant sight! It is very heartwarming.
By the
So-
way, Baron, you carry your ball and chain still?
Of course, where else would I leave it?
Alright.
Kind of like
Suit, tie.
monocle type thing almost.
I kind of think I'm just set down somewhere.
Alex will chuckle a little bit and point towards Claire and say, "Well, look at you two."
How you doing? I figured at least make my outfit less whole.
Oh, this is
Have
this
less
is
holes in it.
also. You may be surprised, but this is the most clothes you've ever seen Baron wear.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised.
Oh, all
Actually,
right.
I'm more worried about when it will burst.
Yeah.
That's what she's more worried about, when it will burst.
Like you've never seen me like wear like pants or a shirt before.
Yep. So I'm
Just
just
reach
like,
for your drink and it explodes.
Alright.
Yeah, that will be all of me.
Hey, Roscoe.
Alright, Roscoe's gonna practice his dance moves. See how much he can dance in this kimono.
Yep.
Oh.
You have decent mobility.
not really.
Excellent. Well, I have whatever the situation allows, and Roscoe will assume he's got a little more. This is
It's
important.
likely
This
he
is very
didn't tie it as tight as you're supposed to, so it's a little loose.
No, actually, when the kimonos are tied, when kimonos and yukatas are tied, it's really hard to move below it. I have known. I wear one.
Cool. Let's see here. So you guys all gather up and you head towards the palace. with the exception of Kirklauken and Baron's massive ball and chain, everyone looks fairly nice and ready for the shindig.
But
You guys-
Kirklauken has a bow tie and he's shiny.
Kirklauken definitely looks ready for a shindig, but he is a metal man. Not too far removed from Kaikot's guardians that stomp through the streets on occasion.
True.
He's our
Right.
butler.
Yeah.
He's
You
our,
He has
guys
to come with us.
show
He's our butler.
he's our majordomo.
You guys show up at the front gate of the palace's compound. They are large steel gates that are being guarded by security. You present your invitation, which has been unable to leave your side. Pretty much it has bound itself to you. So even if someone forgot it at the tavern, it has somehow found its way among one of you in order to present it.
Alex
Bagara-
did,
Roscoe hands it over.
Alex did some shenanigans there. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
So, once you guys hand over the invitation, the guards inspect it. They look at some of you oddly, and then they open up the gate. You guys are allowed to walk through. The guards seem to eye some of you, but they don't make a move to stop anyone.
Do I recognize anyone?
The guards do not appear familiar. All right. The streets beyond are paved and very nicely kept. There's even yards that are manicured with trees that are cut into shapes. You see several very nice houses lining the boulevard and a central plaza in which a massive fountain geysers water. A light source is inside the fountain, illuminating the water and changing it various colors. It is a very magical place, and they appear to make great use of the magic here, more so than the marketplaces and random streets.
Where's the druid
Walking
hall?
beyond that, you reach an inner gate. This too is manned by guards, to which you hand the invitation. Once again, you are allowed through, but there are several odd looks, and you are allowed to pass.
As I go through, do I notice any druids nearby? Because there's this much magic, there's bound to be a few druids in the area.
You do not presently see any druids, unless you can somehow pinpoint them through some sort of psychic radar.
Nature's ally.
Nature's ally doesn't make you a living radar.
Oh, okay.
They're locked in the basement.
It means that you can recognize those that are friends of nature, and friends of nature can recognize you as a friend of nature. You guys recognize each other and or have some sort of communion or something. It's not, there's a druid 1 mile south of here.
No, I'm just talking about like if I see anyone that's walking around, would I see him and would be able to tell they're a druid?
Oh, yeah. Then, if that's the case, yes. You do see a druid every once in a while. They are dressed in guard attire. You imagine that some druids are stationed with the guards in the event that they have to use their magic.
Yep, I figured as much. I just wanted to make sure.
You are then led into the big mansion. There are several staff in livery about, each one saying, "Might I have your coat, sir? Would you like a snack, ma'am?" Etc., etc. Everyone is being waited on and attended to, and you have not even stepped into the dining hall yet. Everyone is very attentive and very professional.
But where can I put this? And I have the white Shannon ball. Well, what have you taken?
And the butler immediately snaps fingers like a madman, and he's just like, and so 20 dudes come down the hall, all of them dressed in livery, and they're like, "Okay, deep breaths, everyone. Don't lift with your back. Here we go." and so everyone piles around and they're like, oh, and they're ready for it.
Okay. I gently set it down onto their hands.
They're
Be
like,
careful.
and
Pick it
they
back up.
slowly but surely crab walk the ball into the back.
Crab walk. Yeah, Alex just witnesses these scenes and she blinks a couple of times, just like, wow, that is some commitment.
I like the spirit.
Yes, of course, sirs. And ma'am.
Glad you're enjoying it, big guy.
I'm just watching, just like, why didn't they just get him to go take it to where they would place it? I say this out loud.
Young miss, that is because we must serve our guests with utmost care and diligence, and it would not be very toward to have our guests serve themselves.
I look to the butler and I kind of like tap on the shoulder. I'm like, I feel so sorry for you.
The headmistress, the mistress would be very displeased if she were to hear anything less of her subordinates. Think nothing of it.
And I look over to the people who are struggling with it. I'm like, I'm so sorry for them.
Alex will get close to Medrian and she will whisper to him, if it helps you feel any better, I heard they kind of like it. I don't know how, but
Who?
Metreon was looking at the fine, the graceful metalwork around the doorways and what have you. He was like, wait, what?
Oh yes.
okay. I keep confusing people. I am sorry.
I am Guinevere. I am hosting the stream.
I am sorry. every time, I don't know.
No problem.
It's
Okay.
okay. It's okay.
So yeah, I will get close to Guinevere and say what I just said.
Oh, did you say?
All right.
Okay.
I forgot in the time.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I think they kind of like it.
I mean, okay, whatever works for them. I'm not gonna question that.
Claire is
Me
sort of
neither.
clinging to Klaken because there are so many people.
I don't think Clarkin was allowed in.
Kirklocken
Yeah.
was allowed in,
Oh.
actually.
Okay.
He was
Luckily,
his bow tie.
How could
He has-
something-
However, when people kept asking him if he would like them to hold his fists for him, Kirklocken got confused and just ignored them.
I thought he would have been like, okay, and just let the fist land on them.
Oh no!
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, his gauntlets,
Mhm.
because they look so oversized, it's like, maybe he has hands in there?
No,
Maybe.
The legends say.
I'm like, I would look at them. I would go to people who was like, don't worry, that's his actual hands.
They nod understandingly.
Because
Now, direct me to your. Not no. Who's the lady who invited us tonight?
Our mistress will see you shortly, but perhaps you'd like first to be taken to the dining hall.
Sounds
The food will
delicious.
be served shortly.
that sounds wonderful.
Most excellent. Quick, lead the way.
Of course. One of the female attendants will be guiding you towards the dining hall. As you guys walk, you notice that all of the floors are carpeted and plush floorings, and the floor beneath the carpets appear to be marble and polished stone of varying kinds. The walls are all wallpapered or carved out of similar high-quality stones as well. There are many decorations hanging about. The metalworking is also present. It's a very nice, very gilded-looking place. And you guys see several paintings and images of previous members of the ruler's family.
Are any of them built? Muscles?
Yes, actually, several of the members are very fit and they have defined muscle. Not to the extent of Baron, mind you, but they appear to be very
Adept.
powerful, yeah, adept individuals.
Baron will like nod and put on an appreciative smile on his face. It is good that they understand. The body
Yep.
must be trained.
Yep.
Oh,
All
while
right.
Claire is walking around, she's gonna keep her eye out for Genji.
Genji has not
Oh.
yet made himself known.
Genji's
Oh.
wait for
No,
Baron
be
to leave.
Keep an eye out for the enemy, Genji.
All right. Let's see here. You guys arrive in the dining hall. It is a very large hall with a floor that's uncarpeted and polished. You assume for dancing, likely, as it's very open, and a live band is playing in the back. Probably something violin-y like what you're listening to now. In addition, there's a very long table with many seats at it. The table is covered in a fine linen, white, of course, with several dishes placed atop of it. No food has been served yet, but it looks like the seats are set. So you may take your seats or mill about on the dance floor as you see fit. There are a few hanging chandeliers of glass and metal work to further decorate, and beyond that, you see windows looking out over an edge that gives you a view of the ocean. It looks like there's a balcony out there as well.
I kind of like stare at the ocean for a while and look out the beauty at the nature and stuff.
Because it's evening, the moon illuminates the sea and makes it sparkle. Let's see here. Am I forgetting anything? No, I think everything's there. So you guys are led inside, unless there's anything you wish to do immediately. Eventually, the people of the hour do show up.
You know what? Gonna do a perception check just to see if anyone looks familiar from the Thieves Guild last night. Perhaps could one Mr. Hash be hanging around?
All right. Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
I will do the same.
14. You do not actively see anyone you recognize.
I'm going to perception for a fellow member of the Church of Iron.
You don't even see yourself.
You know what, Baron?
All he can.
A lot of these livery servants, they seem very well muscled. No one else notices it, but underneath their clothes, you can tell that they work out. They're nowhere near your level of excellence, but you can tell they put in effort.
Most excellent. And I'll grab like the nearest like young guy or lady.
Yep,
Start having
they're-
a conversation.
They get a little bashful, but once you comment them on their glutes, you immediately have opened them up. And they tell you about their workout regimen and some of the things their mistress has them do.
Total bro
I
right
mean,
there.
it is the biggest muscle on the body.
Yep, of course.
Specifically, comment their glutes.
Alright.
Oh, dear.
But Gwen, you do actually spy a familiar face.
Oh, what do I see?
One of the instrument players is indeed one of the men from Hatch's group the other day. Or I guess earlier that day, technically. He's playing. He makes no notice. He makes no visible note that you have recognized him. He merely plays his role, whatever it might be. Is this a day job? Is this him undercover? It's hard to say. but he indeed is from Hatch's number, and you recognize him.
Alright.
He looks nothing like what he did the other day, aside from basic facial features, though. So
Good
it's
noted.
very likely he is covering something.
Alright. Could I spot any weapons on him or anything?
Not presently. It looks like he's dressed in evening attire fit for the occasion, similar to you folk, and he has his instrument in hand.
Okay.
Oh, that's a question. At the sort of like coat check, did they take things from us?
They can't take it.
They definitely tried to take things from you if you had things that looked like they could be taken. However, if Claire and Gwen just showed up in evening gowns, there was very little left to take. So
She did bring like her tools, so she's
Ah.
handing those over.
okay, then yes, they would have taken those and probably led them to wherever that massive steel ball went.
You can't make cute robots.
All right. Right. Anything else before people will show up?
Well, there's got to be someone on the dance floor, so Roscoe's going to look to dance.
It
Yeah.
looks to be like you guys were the only guests invited,
Yep.
as the dinner hour approaches and no other guests have shown up.
So Roscoe's still going to dance. He's just going to do his own part and dance his way to his seat.
All right. You
Aw,
look
he's
very
gracious to us all.
stylish.
He wants to show off.
All right. Would you like to roll for it, or?
Yes.
Sure. Do you want me to roll agility or presence?
Presents.
Good question. I'll go for presence to get a. It's like even if you don't dance well,
Even if you.
you know what? You've probably been hitting the books a little too hard. Maybe you should, I don't know, get out a little more. But anyway, at that, some of the maids are like giggling to each other, like, and you don't think it's anything malicious, Roscoe, as you notice them. You think you have peacocked, if you will. You have drawn attention, and it's not necessarily bad attention.
I think he has no idea that he's dancing that badly.
Yep, there's
None
a certain
whatsoever.
degree of confidence in a man that takes to do what you just did, so it's probably a little bit redeeming, just a little. And it helps that you cleaned up, obviously. But it's at that Genji shows up. He walks in through the end of the hall, opening up one of the big doors. He immediately closes it behind him and looks at everyone. Oh, welcome everyone. Allow me to introduce... Suddenly the door explodes open and Genji goes flying. He looks very helpless as he goes. In walks this woman.
Oh shoot.
She's very muscular. Baron, you would immediately know this person is very much into physical fitness. Her dress is nowhere near formal enough for this occasion. In fact, she looks more ready for battle than anything. She walks in, she eyes everyone with a piercing gaze and says, "Right. Bring out the food. I'm hungry."
When
Yes, the food.
when
Satchel
Genji
sister, Baron.
Claire.
when Genji was thrown against the wall, she just sort of like squeaked and she's like, no. And now she
Genji's-
doesn't really like the woman, so.
Genji gets up. Like, I was going to introduce you, mistress. Pipe down, kid. Can't you see? A woman needs to eat. Now. Let's see here. You must be the fellows I invited. Welcome to my place. I hope you enjoy the food. It's generally good, though I can't say much for last week's chef. Anyway, Let's see here. How about we introduce ourselves?
There's a table.
Good call.
See this where you.
I am inside the table. Or below.
So the woman walks to the presumed head of the table and
Where are we going?
I'm going
flips
here.
out the chair. I guess someone's going to figure it out.
What is going on with this token?
And we'll say the musicians are back here in the corner serenading everyone. So she looks to you guys as she casually sits at the table and puts her feet, boots and all, up on the cloth as she waits for the food. She's like, all right, let's see here. You there with the girly hair.
Oh.
Points at Metreon.
Guinevere actually giggles at him for that.
Yeah. Just like from across the table, all of the women look simultaneously at him.
Meanwhile,
Dang it.
Genji is
I've
looking
been
at
saying
everyone apologetically.
Dang it, Zenith.
Ouch.
Sorry,
The
bird.
sound that he made when he flew against the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think it was one of the servants dropping Baron's ball onto the
But-
feet.
Out of curiosity, is the hostess an elf or a human?
You've not seen her ears, as her hair is rather long and not kept very well. But you would think she's likely.
What about
Go
the
ahead and
pictures?
give me a logic or learning check.
Alrighty, I think I have a... Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just roll it.
Just roll it.
As
man.
her heritage is not visibly okay. 11's good enough. You discern that she's some form of Elvish, though you likely think there may be some mix in her blood, so she might not be exactly pure.
I'm gonna mostly be talking probably through the chat, depending on how cooperative the bird is.
Apparently not very confident.
You talk to him. And
As
to
we
the-
are drawing close to the end of the hour, let's go ahead and give him a moment to quiet the bird and come back to him, if that's all right.
Okay.
She then points to this one. You there?
I mean, she never. Oh, yeah, never mind.
It's an honor to meet you.
Is it?
Yes. Yes, this is quite a place you have here.
Well, of course. Tell me something I don't know. Let's see here. What's your name though?
Roscoe.
Roscoe. Odd name. All right, Roscoe. What do you do?
What's the best way to do this without alarm?
Roscoe?
Hmm.
Oh, there.
Yeah,
he got-
I'm trying to.
He dances for a
I
while.
do some magic. I'm with the academy, or at least I'm trying to be.
Okay, that's enough, Bookie. All right. Great. Rosky. Next. Well, don't you look kind of cute? Who are you?
I am Claire, and you are quite violent.
Oh, thank you. Let's see here, Claire. Is that behemoth behind you yours?
Yes,
Oh. Did Daddy give that to you?
I built him myself. She sort of glares at the mention of a father.
Ooh. Another book smart lad. What do you think, Genji? Oh, well, that's what I thought, Genji. Now. All right, next one.
I love it.
You. What's your name? You look an awful lot like the one beside you.
Ah, yes, we are sisters. My name is Guinevere. Wonderful to meet you, my friend. You have been very entertaining, like our friend Baron is. She kind of points
Oh,
to.
really? I am no fool for your entertainment. You'll
Of course
do well
not.
to remember that.
I never said such thing to impede or say mean things about you. Of course.
Now, I'm not from Vale, if you understand, but I was told you are vanguards. What are two little girls doing in the group?
I was quite perplexed by this when I first entered as well. But do not worry. Gwen here can turn into a large bear and fight. It's quite impressive.
Ah,
Yes.
so she's useful as well. That's good.
I am the resident druid of the group.
Huh.
And my sister is our quartermaster.
I make things and they attack people.
Clark
So
in
you don't
here
attack
is not.
them yourself?
Clark in here is not her only creation she can make.
I have no need.
You...
I
Oh my. Oh my. And then she, this woman looks around at everyone. With the exception of Baron, she seems kind of disappointed. You all clearly lack physical training.
It doesn't up all the time. I need to lift more and put things down repeatedly.
Yes,
Oh,
that's true.
we lost Hera.
Especially you there, not
Claire.
This little Claire.
Claire, right, Claire. You especially, you are probably the feeblest of the group. You are likely holding them all back. You really should work on that.
But she is still child. Muscle dystrophy comes in when you work out.
Guinevere actually steps in at this point and she's like, "My sister is good in her own right. With her creation, she is the tank of at least the group. Gorkalkin is just one of her great creations she's made for the military. That alone. She takes
Do
real
not
offense
make
to it.
excuses for this child. When the hunger come for you and everyone has their hands full, who's going to protect that little one?
I
Likely
will.
the one that's going to die. Yes, and he will die doing it.
And at that point of getting a bit pissed off, I turn into a gorilla.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh god, that escalated quickly.
Is there anything on the table?
Yeah.
The food has not yet been served. However, with the latest event, people are coming out of the servants' entrance and bringing trays.
Oh no.
So we have a giant gorilla sitting here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good. Oh, look at that. An entertainment. What are you going to do now? She looks at you challengingly.
I put up my arm up in an arm wrestle motion.
An arm wrestle.
Let's go.
Oh boy.
Oh, would you look at that, Genji? Oh, yeah, that's... Shut up, Genji. All right.
I mean, I kind of want to, like, what's the, like, bolster? Is that the thing that, like,
Don't
gives
worry
an
about
extra
it. Yeah.
stat or something?
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm doing this on purpose.
She immediately stands up, hops on the table, and walks across the table to you. Then she flops down on the table, knocking over glasses and plates as she sees fit. Lays prone, so that way your arms can be next to one another. Your forearm is obviously larger than hers, so it's not a perfect matchup. But she will go ahead and might roll this out.
I want to flick
So
some
go ahead.
snow at her to try and demoralize.
Flick some snow.
Yes, it's like it's very distracting.
All right.
Because it's snow, but it feels hot. It's like,
All right. So,
Burning snow?
It's against a disadvantage on the roll if it fails.
not gonna work normally. You want it to work?
It's
No.
not fair.
No, I feel like that's just failure.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what you got, Gorilla. Unless you are backing down.
She kind of grins in the gorilla face and goes, and
Alex
gets
turns-
her arm set up in hers.
Alex turns her gaze towards whenever, and he smirks and nods like, "Do it."
Just do it. Genji in the back, he's like, oh dear. Let's see here. Okay.
Claire sort of backs away just a little bit.
Gorilla, go ahead and show me what you got.
Fuck!
Oh God.
I'm going to succeed with
So-
failure. I'm going to succeed with a twist.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
I mean, she still has to roll, but I guess if you're gonna succeed anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna say that you feel this tremendous force come against your arm, like it is something unreal, like the amount of strength this girl has. Her muscles do not support the level of power you are feeling, because pound for pound, the gorilla should be tossing this lady around. She's not even in good posture for this, and yet she is giving you a run for your money. You eventually press and press and press. The table actually starts to crack under the effort. And rather than putting her arm down, you put her arm through the table.
And I threw it on the ground.
As this corner of the table is destroyed, as you jerk her arm through the table, her arm doesn't go down, but you can't say anyone lost, really.
That's good enough for me.
All right. However, the strain has exhausted you. You will be exhausted for the foreseeable dinner.
Okay, and then I'll shift back afterwards.
Okay.
And Claire sat next to her and just sort of stares at the table.
I might just be like eating chicken and ham or whatever other meats are on the table.
So does Alex actually have a place to eat her food?
Nope. Alex,
Probably not.
your place setting has been destroyed. You will need to move down one.
Yeah.
Alright, everybody move over.
Alex says, I suppose I should be angry, but I really don't. I'm really not.
My question is Baron impressed by this?
Baron just nods with appreciation. It is good to see children arm wrestle. It builds spirit.
Let's see here. She's like, good. I can see someone's been lifting.
And it's like, I shift back, I'm like, well, it's always better to be stronger than you appear. As I'm sure you know.
Are you saying I don't appear strong?
No, I'm
And she
certain.
stands again at that.
No, you do look strong, but you are stronger than you appear as well.
I suppose I'll let that slide, as it is probably true. And she turns to Genji. He's like just staring for a moment, and he's like, "Oh yeah," and he's nodding his head like, "Yes, mistress." Shut up, Genji.
Do not worry. Not everyone can understand the depth of muscle tone you have created.
Why are you so rude to Genji? I have Justice's accent apparently.
Oh, she's picking it up.
What? Rude to Genji? I'm not rude to Genji. I am very dear to him. Aren't I, Genji? Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, that's right, I am. See, I'm very nice to him. At that, she turns to Alex. You. I haven't yet talked to you. What's your name?
I will be Alex.
Ah. You do not really look much like the rest of these. You seem different.
Out of place? Well, I mean, with a group as varied as ours, I would say that's bound to happen. Kind of condescending.
It goes over this woman's head. And you, Muscles, you are the most fitting specimen of them all, though I must say there is still work to be done.
There's always work to be done. The peak is never reachable. The eternal class.
Isn't that the truth? Keep at it, soldier. Well, as you are well aware, I have sent my servant Genji here to collect you all for a very specific purpose. But before that, I suppose I should introduce myself. My name is Sane Ware, and I am the head of Kaikot. You may call me Sanye.
It's wonderful to meet you,
And,
Sanya.
It's an honor.
well, of course it is.
Out-
For
out
you,
of-
of course.
Out of character, can you spell that in the chat, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Aye, aye.
Sane way.
For some reason, I imagine an apostrophe in the middle of there.
Yeah, the N should have something over it to make it a Y instead of a N. But I don't have the keyboard for that. Anyway,
Copy paste this. Oh wait, that was the wrong one.
it's okay as long as you understand. Okay, so she has introduced herself. She has clearly made herself adversarial personality type, and you guys are about ready to have a dinner with her, assuming you all survive to the end. You know that one of Hatch's servants is there, and poor Genji is just along for the ride, I guess. However, Claire, you do notice he occasionally looks at you fondly.
Yay!
How did you look at Barrett?
Can I notice that? Can I notice that?
Yeah, you can notice that.
What do I need to?
He's not. He doesn't have any coyness to him. He's very straightforward.
I look to Claire, and then I really smile really big. She knows.
You imagine this woman has likely beat a lot of stuff out of him. As for Baron, you have this woman's admiration. And he feels perfectly at ease, likely because this powerhouse is next to him. So, that aside, pick up next session with you guys having the dinner date with Sanye, Wore, and Genji.
What was there to eat?
We'll go back
All
for
right,
that.
the food being brought out. Steaks. Steaks. There's also a pig that was brought out. And it was sliced pig.
Yeah.
Like it still had the head with the apple in its mouth.
Oh, that kind.
It was full course meat buffet. There were some fruits, not very many vegetables, let's be honest. And it definitely looked like a very nice spread for you guys to enjoy.
Yep.
And obviously, because they're by the sea, you have monster lobster and monster crabs served as well.
I wonder how maybe she killed herself.
Well, you'll find out some of that next session.
Oh, it was a good one.
That was good. That
So-
was fun.
Everybody gets 1 XP.
Woo!
And we'll pick up next Thursday.
Sounds good.
We'll just keep everything the way it is. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, and I hope everyone had fun.
I did.
Yeah, I should bam this.
This was a good one.
We went a bit over, but it was still good. You know, that's always got to happen at some point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See you guys next time.